finalists. But his season starts with him getting sick, and he loses about 18 pounds and has to grind through a very difficult first 4 months of the season. And it all ends with another parade. He was fantastic in August and September. And it's just great to see him have that moment at shortstop where the ball was hit to him for the final outs of the World Series.
Very poetic. You know, having that moment, Mookie Betts, after Yamamoto made a perfect pitch to break the bat of Kirk, Mookie Betts able to grab that ball and take it himself to finish that World Series game and the World Series. But Mookie Betts, it started out rough for him. In Japan, obviously he dropped a lot of weight, but he worked extremely hard to make sure on the defensive end that never faltered. And like you mentioned, John, he got better and better defensively and became elite. And Nomar, you know how hard it is to play that position every single day.
Yeah, over the course of the season, he became a shortstop. I've said this many times over the course of the season, and I mentioned this about a month ago. It was like August when I said, man, now he is a shortstop. Great athlete, playing short, now a shortstop. And you just see it in him and his demeanor and everything that he was doing, his mannerism and the instinct that were finally coming out. And I could see the confidence in him. And you needed that down the stretch. As you mentioned, John, from an offensive perspective, from not the season he wanted, but he had those months that were critical down the stretch. And I also think it was that turning point where he was now believing he was a shortstop, where he wasn't, where you don't fight it as much and think so much, where everything is coming so instinctively, which allows you now to be able to go, okay, defensive, I have this. He took so much pride in making sure that his defense was solid. He was thinking, working every single day. And then when that turns, now the offense, you're like, all right, now I can just go play, just go be, and it showed.
Look at the fans there, waiting, greeting.
Yep.
Dodger
Getting
players.
off at Broadway right there. They'll exit Broadway over to Temple, and you see fans already waiting for them on that overpass. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be another spectacle, and it's going to be so much fun for all of these players on the buses. Kike's documenting everything, getting a chance to do this for the second straight year, because he's one of the guys who was on that 2020 team that was robbed of having a parade. He's one of the guys that was on the 2017 team that was robbed by the Houston Astros and what they were doing. So,
and he's one of the glue guys, to this ball club. And listen, Kike Hernandez, how many game-changing plays he made on defense for us to close out Game 6, him and Miggy Rowe with his hands, his arm. Kike Hernandez is a guy that is a staple in this, on this team and organization.
You know, over the course of the year, there were parts of the Dodger defense that had some holes in it, but these guys continued to work. And sometimes it was their bat that was slumping, but they didn't take it into the field. And as they grew, one of the things that I would tell a current player currently is, I would love to have had you playing behind me. And I can say that about Mookie Betts now. I can say that about Max Muncy. I can say that you put Kike anywhere. You can say that about Tommy Edman. You can say it about Miguel Rojas. You can say it about Freddie Freeman. You can say it about Paez. When you look at this team and you go, I would have loved to play with you, or I would have loved to had you play behind me. This team knew the details it would take to win a championship. And you talked about it, Nomar, that Mookie Betts grew into a shortstop. He did. I wouldn't have given him that compliment in the first month and a half of the season, but now I would love to have Mookie Betts behind me.
There's no doubt about that, and that's just really is a tribute to him. And man, it really was. And I think all his teammates saw that too and appreciated the hard work, the determination, because they got to see it every day. You know, they got to see him putting in the extra work, getting here to the field early, the routine, what he was working with the coaches. Him in Miguel, how much credit does he give Miguel Rojas for his growth at shortstop and some of the plays even down the stretch? So yeah, it really is. There's a reason why he's once again standing atop a bus and celebrating a parade.
By the way, can we talk about that Max Muncy Letterman jacket he's rocking today? Like, that thing is nice.
Absolutely nice.
It's a little warm for that Letterman's jacket, but if I had that, I'd probably be wearing it too.
A very nice Letterman jacket. How about Max Muncy? That home run to draw us closer. He had a huge day with the bat as well in Game 7. Continue having great at-bats in that ball game. And Max Muncy, just like Kike Hernandez, man, they are always there at the right place at the right time to find a way to help us win a World Series.
You see them pointing to certain people because in moments like this, you see people hanging out of windows and they're packed into little nooks and crannies. And I think they're just blown away by how many people love all of them, love this team and everything that they accomplished. And that's what stuck out to me last year was Tommy Edmonds saying, I didn't realize how much this city loved us and loved this team because he'd only been here for a few months.
Right.
And then you have this experience today and you realize, wow, we mean a lot to everybody.
And that's the reason why they have, 4 million fans come through the turnstiles?
Right.
And every year they're getting over 3 million fans. The support that these Dodger fans on a daily basis and they bring, it does not go unnoticed from these players and is always appreciated by these players. It is motivating to these players. It's motivating to all of us who endure that because it's a long season and there are times where you're not going to feel your best. There are times when you're exhausted, but it's those fans that get you through those moments to be at your best and rise to the top. And so this is their moment to be able to share that with them and tell them thank you and how important they are to this type of victory.
You know, we get this experience here out in the plaza with all the fans around us here, and they're getting it on the float, and they'll get it when they get here to Dodger Stadium. But one of the most special moments that I remember in my career, and I continue to get it because of all the people that are around us right now, it is one thing to look out over a sea of people and go, wow, this is magnificent. But it is another thing to connect with fans when you get lock eyes and you wave or you give a thumbs up or you take a picture with them or you sign an autograph. So my advice to these guys as they go out throughout this week and this next month is, yeah, one thing to get waved to people, another thing to touch them and to be with them. You will remember that and it'll be a deeper and more special feeling. Like here we are now, waving, and you hear the cheers because that connection is ridiculous when it's with individuals as much as a sea of people.
And we see it even today. Oral, you talked about it. Fans still chant your name because when you took them out, a lot of these fans were kids, teenagers, young adults. And this is a time now, Nomar mentioned, kids right now are at school watching their favorite players in this moment. So it's so important and vital for these players to recognize it. I know they do because they're making memories that last a lifetime.
Yeah, these guys will never forget this day. All of these players being able to show a different side of themselves, Jerry, because for 8 months, you're so focused on the next game, the task at hand, preparing your minds, preparing your body. But today, there's no more games they have to prepare for, no more game they have to think about or stress about. They are the champions, and so they're going to see, the fans are, a different side of all of these players as they get a chance to let loose.
They're going to let loose, not just on this parade route with the fans, but when they come back for the rally. We saw it last year. Even manager Dave Roberts was doing his thing, shaking his tail feather. Hopefully we get a repeat of that. But a chance for the fans to really see the Dodgers and the fans to thank the Dodgers to being back-to-back champs.
You see their true personalities almost the whole way in spring training. In spring training, are you guys hearing anything? I can barely hear.
I can barely hear you, but go ahead.
But when you're in spring training and there's no pressure of win and loss and you're just getting in shape and you're glad to see your teammates, it is fantastic in spring training. You get to see personalities of guys. This is the next level of their personalities and the release. They are so far away from pressure now. They are so far away from getting somebody out or getting a hit. They are so far away from nursing an injury and seeing if they can play tomorrow. They are so far away from, oh my God, I might get released or get sent down, or where am I going tomorrow after this outing? This is where they just get to go, oh my gosh, I am living a dream.
Yeah. And it's a dream-like day for all those people on those buses and the people there lining the streets. Let's hear from Kike Hernandez with Kirsten on one of the buses.
What do you expect this
Same as last year. I expect it to be electric. These Dodger fans, I hope they have a lot of fun because they deserve it. They showed up every day. They showed up in Tokyo. They showed up in the U.S. They showed up in Canada. They showed up all year long. They supported us, and here we are, back-to-back champs. They deserve it. This is for the city of L.A.
Has it set in that you are a 3-time World Series champion?
No, I borderline still can't believe we won Game 7, but this is what we live for. I'm sure once we enter this ocean of people, it's going to set in, and I'm going to enjoy it to the best of my abilities.
Watching Miguel Rojas have that game-tying home run, what was it like?
Amazing. Guy deserves it. Had to wait a long time to get that opportunity, and you know, he saved our season. He saved our season with his glove, saved our season with his bat, and I'm really glad he's on my team, because without him, we're not back-to-back champs.
It's a special year, but what is one thing that stands out to you about this team and the championship that you guys have this year?
We're all winners. Winners win.
Congratulations.
There's Kike Hernandez, and it was interesting to hear him say he still can't believe they won Game 7, because his comments, Nomar, after Game 7, I thought were hilarious, because he was going back on that ball with 2 outs, bases loaded, bottom of the 9th inning, and he said, I'm ready to make a Willie Mays catch, and then Andy Pages tackles me, and he said he felt he got dunked on in the moment, and he fell to the ground. He's face down right there on the warning track, and he didn't move because he said he felt like they had lost, like the game was over. He didn't realize that Andy Pages had caught the ball until Pages asked him, hey, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, you have the ball? And he said, yeah, okay, let's go. He thought in the moment that the game was over, right, and that Pages hadn't caught the ball because he knew he didn't have it in his glove. But instead, they had new life after that catch by Pages, and the Dodgers able to pull it out a couple innings later.
Yeah, I'm sure when he said he was lying there, yeah, it was like, is he hurt? You know, as fans, you're like, you were worried about Kike. You were just so excited that the ball was in Kike's glove, but Kike was down for a while. And as you mentioned, it's like now it's because he thought it was over. And I'm sure he was going, man, you do have it. What a relief, what excitement going, oh my goodness. But there were so many moments like that we all as fans were relieved, and that they're probably going to look back on and say, oh, you remember when this moment happened, or what happened, they're going to talk about little bounces, like, did you know it took this funny bounce and I was still able to come up with it, like when Miguel Rojas slipped a little bit, didn't have a grip, all of those things. Yeah, so how about the moment when Tommy Edman didn't have the ball and that one hopper to Freddie Freeman and Freddie Freeman, like just little things like that you start thinking about that culminate to get to this moment.
But with Kike and Pages, it's great to have two guys that want to go get the ball in that situation. Pages obviously made an incredible catch.
In holiday time, I would sometimes have to sit down with my family and go back and watch the highlight films of things, and I would end up on the phone with Tommy Lasorda saying, Skipper, why didn't you take me out there? I was terrible. Like, and it's like, oh, this guy's gonna get a hit, and then all of a sudden it's a double play. I'm like, oh, I can't even remember that. It was just like you're brain dead, doing your thing, locked in, and all of a sudden you got to watch the highlight films. And in the past, when this is a documentary for these guys, and MLB and our network takes and does it amazing 4-part specials, they're gonna watch it and go, oh, did I really do that? Or he did that? Oh my God, look at that secondary lead. He's out if he doesn't do this. It's like unbelievable that when you're in the midst of it, sometimes you're concentrating and locked in so much that your future memory does not remember it.
Well, every time Mookie Betts watches the final out of the 2025 World Series, he will see himself fielding the ball, stepping on second base, and throwing to Freddie Freeman for the final out right now. Let's hear from Mookie with Kirsten.
Mookie, these moments are always so special. What is it like just being back here at this parade right now?
It's amazing. I mean, just this time last year we did the same thing. And it hasn't been done in a long time, and I love being a Dodger just because stuff like this.
When you look at this turnout, the fans, it is so loud out here. What does this just say about winning here in Los Angeles, being able to be a back-to-back champion here?
It's just, I love it. I mean, it says everything. They're all here. I mean, obviously we would love to win in front of them, but getting a parade is something special.
When you look back on this season, what does it say about this team and how you guys were able to fight to being right here again, celebrating being another World Series championship? Back-to-back is something special.
Yeah, it didn't look this way. It didn't look like this all year. But somehow we managed to put it together, and now we get a special day.
Has it really set in for you? I mean, you have the most World Series rings as an active player right now, and you talked about you're looking to fill up your whole hand. Has it really set in just yet for you?
Not yet. We still got a long way to go, so we got it for now, but hopefully we get in with some more.
Congratulations, Mookie. Enjoy every second of this.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mookie Betts now a 4-time World Series champ. We heard him last year at the rally saying he wants to fill up his entire hand with rings, so he needs at least one more. You know, he'd probably like even more than that. But how about Clayton Kershaw, a 3-time World Series champion, going out on top? And right now, he is speaking with Kirsten.
Clayton, taking this in right now, how special is this and being here in front of LA?
I'm blown away. I'm blown away. It's the perfect way to be done. And I'm just so grateful for these fans. Look at this. I mean, I can't even describe it.
It feels like it's so much louder than last year. When you guys think about how you all were able to win, what does it say about how special this team is?
I know the Dodgers have always meant a lot to this city for generations. You know, it's part of people's families. And so for us to get to do this in front of them, it means the world to me, and I know all the rest of the guys.
Is there an even more sweeter way to go out than like this?
No, this is it. It's the best. Can't get better.
Congratulations,
Thank
Clayton.
you.
Well, maybe the sequel is even better than the first one, because we hear Kirsten say it's even louder than it was last year, Jerry. And you know, we didn't think it would get bigger or louder than last year after the Dodgers beat the New York Yankees. But I think everybody, when you have casual baseball fans texting me like, oh my gosh, that was the most fun I've ever had watching a baseball game. I'm glad they enjoyed it, because I had a hard time getting through that entire 11 innings of Game 7. But that's what this game did to so many people. It made a lot of new Dodger fans and new baseball fans out of this parade, not this parade run, but this World Series championship run.
Listen, as much stress that this team put on all of us up here, more so you, John, it was entertaining for that casual fan. And this group, the casual fan can see they work extremely hard. Yes, there are superstars, but they're humble superstars. Mookie Betts, Freddie, Freeman, Clayton Kershaw, Shohei Ohtani, Will Smith, all these guys are extremely humble, and they're so likable. Yes, there are going to be people out there that hate us because they ain't us. That's just a fact, but I think that's great for baseball. That's great for sport. You need fans that hate you a little bit. Great thing. But for us, hey, continue doing that, and this is why we continue to get more and more fans. The younger generation is starting to grow up. It's the 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 8-year-old right now with this dynasty. And they're going to be fans for life. And they all recognize that this team cares about each other, and they're easy to root for.
There is the Commissioner's Trophy. Dave Roberts on that bus. A well-earned and a hard-earned Commissioner's Trophy. Let's head back onto the buses. Will Smith is with David Vassay.
Here he is, Mr. Clutch, the biggest home run of the Game 7 World Series. This is bigger than last year, wouldn't you say?
I think it might be. You know, we have the best fans. Look how passionate they are. There's no words for this. This is amazing.
Did you even realize how much this team, you and the rest of the guys, meant to the city?
Yeah, we feel it each and every night we play in LA. Playing in Dodger Stadium, they show out each and every day. They showed out last year for the parade. They're showing out today for the parade. There's nothing better than celebrating with our fans in the city of LA.
What's it like to be on the bus with your wife and your kids, for them to experience this with Dad?
This is the best, you know. On the bus, you know, Layton, she's 1 year old. She's won 2 championships. She's standing up here. She's trying to wave to people. And Charlotte's loving it. Celebrate the guys, the teams, every other family. It's just awesome.
3 times world champion Will Smith. Does this ever get old?
No, I want more.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you, Will.
You got it.
There he is, the man, Will Smith, 11th inning, Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, it was Will Smith's 11th inning home run, gave the Dodgers the 5-4 lead in Game 7. And then Yamamoto able to slam the door to make the Dodgers World Series champs for the 2nd straight year. Can't forget about what Freddie Freeman did. Another walk-off home run in the World Series, did it in the 18th inning of Game 3. And right now, he's standing by with Kirsten.
Freddie, these moments are so incredibly special. What is it like just feeling the energy, the atmosphere here?
I mean, this is insane. I feel like it's almost doubled from last year. I mean, it feels like a lot more, but it's probably about the same. These fans are crazy. It's so awesome to be a part of this. bring back-to-back titles to LA. This is something special.
This was an incredibly special year. What stands out to you just about this season and this team?
I think it's because we hit every speed bump possible. I mean, at one point we had our whole starting rotation on the IL. There's so many ups and downs of the season, and then once at the end of August hit, we got our starting pitching back. We hopped on their back and rode them all the way to the World Series titles. It's all Yoshinobu, Shohei, Tyler, Clayton was unbelievable, Blake Snell, our whole pitching staff. So this is all because of our starting pitching.
When I interviewed you after Game 7, you said Clayton Kershaw, 3-time world champion. When you think about that, how special is it watching him have this moment right now?
I mean, this is incredible. First ballot Hall of Famer, and now he gets I had him sign a jersey, and he had 2-time champ on it. I'm going to need him to cross that out and write 3-time champ. But when you got a guy like Clayton Kershaw, who's done it his whole career in Los Angeles, and for his last game to be at Game 7 of the World Series and we win it, and him to be a 3-time champ, and to get a massive out in Game 3, bases loaded. That's what this is. So this is why it's so special to make Clayton Kershaw another World Series champion.
Now, I know you're from Orange County, but to be here in Los Angeles, this is your hometown. What is it like celebrating?
Orange County is a part of Southern California, so yeah. To be back in Southern California the last 4 years and deliver 2 World Series titles, can't get better than this.
Congratulations,
Thank you, Kirsten.
Freddie Freeman winning a World Series in Toronto. His mother's hometown, always carries his mom's memory very close to him. Teoscar Hernandez played several years with the Toronto Blue Jays. He beats his former team to win his 2nd straight World Series championship as well. Let's hear from Teo with DV.
Hey, I told you, you can't spell October without Teo. His 2nd parade with the Dodgers. This is why you came back.
This is the best thing ever. Who doesn't want to be here? Everybody wants to win, and I love this.
What's it like to experience all this with your kids and your wife and your little brother, your little hermano right there, Andy Pajes?
It's amazing. This time I get to send my kids so they can see all of this, so they can enjoy it. You know, this is not happening every year, so 2 years in a row is a good one. So we get to enjoy it at the best and just, feel the love of the fans.
Did you know how much you were loved?
A little bit, but they showing it every single day when they come and show up to the field. So I'm grateful for that.
How special is these group of players to be able to win this World Series?
Oh, big time people, big time players, big time teammates. They're there every single day, supporting everybody else if we need it. And that's why we're here celebrating right now.
Everybody loves to see that smile. This smile lights up an entire parade. The one and only Teoscar Hernandez.
Let's enjoy this, boys. Let's go.
Well, pretty soon Shohei Ohtani will be named the National League MVP once again. He was the National League Championship Series MVP, had a historic performance in Game 3 of the World Series, hit 2 homers, 2 doubles, reached base 9 times. Let's hear from Shohei with Kirsten.
Shohei, to be in this moment, celebrating here, how special is this?
お祝いの今気持ちお願いします。もちろん試合で勝つのも素晴らしいですし、こうやってパレードでみんなと喜べるのが何より素晴らしい経験だなと思います。It's really nice to be able to win the game, obviously, and also just to be surrounded by all these amazing fans. So I'm really taking it in and enjoying it.
You've only been in the postseason twice. Both times you have won the World Series. Is this now the new norm?
もうポストシーズン2回出て2度優勝してます。これが当たり前になるんですかねと。もう3回目に向けて切り替えてるので。And I'm already thinking about the 3rd time we're going to do this.
How special is it to share this moment with these fans here in Los Angeles?
ファンとこういう貴重な時間を過ごせるっていうのは今どう思ってますか？いやもう本当素晴らしいですね。ファンの人の特権じゃないかなと思いますし、はい、なんでしょう、試合ももちろん面白かったですよね。こうやって一緒の時間で共有できて楽しめるっていうのは本当素晴らしいことだなと思います。It's just really wonderful being able to spend quality time with the fans, whether that be in a game or here in the parade.
Seeing Yoshinobu Yamamoto carry that MVP trophy, can you describe what it was like?
Yoshinobu が MVP 受賞してトロフィーを上げた瞬間、翔平はどう思ってましたか？ いやもう本当素晴らしい瞬間でしたし、彼なしではねここまで来れなかったと思うので、はい、誇らしいというか本当に同じ日本人としてもそうですし、本当にチームメイトとして本当に誇らしいなと思ってます。
Yeah, I'm just so impressed and, really honored to be playing along with him. From the growth that he experienced after his first year to be able to, really without him, we couldn't have won it. So I'm really honored and really proud of him.
Congratulations, guys.
We'll be talking about Shohei's postseason performances for many years to come, what he did in the NLCS in Game 4, what he did in Game 3 of the World Series. A lot of Dodger fans will always remember the name Will Klein as well. 4 scoreless innings in Game 3. The winning pitcher is with Steven Nelson right now.
All right, Will Klein, new World Series folk hero, Will Klein. Even a month ago, did you think something like this was in your future?
Not a chance. No, absolutely not. We were sitting in Arizona watching, the wild card, be like, oh, it'd be really cool if we get a ring just from watching, but now to be a part of it's insane.
Have your feet touched the ground since Game 3?
No, not at all. Oh my God, this is insane. This is so cool.
What makes it special for every one of you guys is that you all have a village, right? Your family, your friends, your loved ones who helped get you to this point. As we drive through the streets of Los Angeles, who are you thinking about the most?
My wife, who got to be here to experience it with me. She flew out to Toronto on a whim, and she's driven us around the country, when trades and other things happen. So I wouldn't have made it this far without her.
I was just talking with Anthony, is that every one of the Dodgers had a moment this postseason. I know a lot of fans would say your performance was their moment. What was your favorite moment?
Watching Yoshinobu go out there in Game 7. I've never seen anything like what that man just did this last series. So that's the greatest pitching performance I've ever seen.
Last one, Will. Now that you got to experience this, you ready to do it again next year?
Might as well.
Might as well. Will Klein, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Even Will Klein talking about what he saw from Yoshinobu Yamamoto in Game 7, and I don't think it's hyperbole to call that maybe the greatest World Series performance that we've ever seen in the 121 years in the history of the Fall Classic. Let's hear from the World Series MVP. Yoshi is with Kirsten.
Yoshinobu World Series MVP. What is it like celebrating with all the fans today?
MVP 受賞して、それをファンとお祝いできるのはどうですか？
もう最高な時間です。はい。すごい盛り上がってて、はい、嬉しいです。
It's great, it's great to share that with the fans.
When you think about being here, celebrating this moment, how do you just describe, this is now your second year in the big leagues, and it feels like this is all you guys know, winning the World Series.
2年続けてこういうことできるっていうのは山本さん個人的にどうですか？
もうチームメイトにすごく感謝したいし、また頑張りたい。
I'd like to say a big thank you to my great teammates.
What was it like carrying that MVP's trophy on the stage and being in that moment?
トロフィーをステージの上で掲げた瞬間どうでしたか？
いやもう頑張ってよかったなと心から思いました。
Because I just thought, because that was good. This is what I worked for.
How heavy was it?
I'm sorry?
How heavy was it?
どれくらい重かった？
いやもう試合後の僕にはめちゃくちゃ重かった。
That was almost too heavy for me after the game to carry that up, hold it up.
Are these some of the greatest moments? You think about why you play this game, the desire to win. Is the celebration, is this what it's for?
やっぱこういうのが一生懸命頑張った後にあるというふうに思ってます。
やっぱり勝った後にみんなで喜ぶ時間が本当に好きなので、その瞬間には本当に頑張ってよかったなと思います。
I love the moments to share this kind of things with my teammate after hard work and getting the win.
Enjoy every second of it. Thank you. Congratulations.
Truly legendary stuff we saw from number 18, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and what he did in this World Series. Let's go right back to the buses. Another two-time World Series champion, Tommy Edman, with David Vassay.
I'm with my guy, Tommy Edman, one of the key parts of this Dodger team who left it all out on the field. Tommy, 2 years with the Dodgers, 2 championships. How does it feel this time?
Absolutely crazy. Gets better. You know, last year I was at the parade and thought it was the most incredible thing I've ever seen, and you know, even better this year. Just so much fun. Oh,
you left it out on the field. That right ankle wasn't feeling great all year long. How rewarding is it that all that pain, all that emotion pays off to all this?
Yeah, we just had a bunch of guys on the team that were fighting through stuff. You know, we just did whatever it takes to win that second World Series, and you know, it was all worth it.
It feels like your teammates believe this is bigger and better than last year's parade.
Yeah, I mean, going back to back is something special. It's something that hasn't been done 25 years, and we got the group to do it, and it just means so much, and it's incredibly special to celebrate on a day like this.
If you ever need me to carry you, Tommy Edman, you let me know. I got you.
Yeah, I got you, Dave. Appreciate it.
There he is, the man, Tommy Edman. Great guy, great teammate.
There's Tommy Edman doing this for the second time. Justin Robleski is doing this for the first time. He appeared in 4 World Series games, allowed 0 runs. Let's hear from Robo with Steven Nelson.
My guy Robo, we just drove past a sign that said, "Robleski, marry me." Did you have an answer?
I'm undecided right now, but you know, I gave her a thumbs up. We'll see where it goes.
The way that Los Angeles has quickly embraced you, how does that make you feel?
No, man, I love it. I love, you know, being here, being in this city, and, you know, greatest fans in the world.
So last year was all about the bullpen dogs. This year, there are a bunch of new dogs back there in the bullpen, and you are one of them. Can you try to relay to the fans at home what exactly is it down there that is so magical between all of you guys?
I think we just compete for each other, and we trust each other, and we have a lot of belief, and I think, you know we have the talent. It's just a matter of going out there and executing, and we trust each other, trust the next guy, and it's a beautiful thing.
You overcame a lot in your baseball journey to get to this point. Has it hit you yet that you're a World Series champion?
Probably not quite yet, but I mean, being here at this parade, I got chills just looking at all the people, you know, so excited and so happy for us, and I'm just happy that we're able to give this to them, and because you know, it means the world. I mean, it's a huge deal, and I just thank God for everything.
Robo, appreciate the time all year, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tommy Edman, a SoCal guy, grew up in San Diego, went to La Jolla Country Day High School, played for his dad. Another guy who grew up in Southern California, Tyler Glasnow from Santa Clarita Hart High School, came to Dodger games as a kid, dreaming of one day being down on that field. Not only was he down on that field, he was another one of the World Series heroes, saving Game 6, his first ever Major League save. Let's hear from Glass with David Vassegh.
Tyler Glasnow, feeding with the fans, even trying to catch a beer from the stands.
Yeah, I fumbled it. Someone hit me right in the hands, I fumbled it. We'll have more chances though, we're good to go.
You had the reach,
I know, didn't work out, next time.
It feels like you're enjoying this way more than last year.
They're both exciting, but I think being able to participate has made it personally a lot, more fulfilling maybe.
What's it like to not only be the guy, but have so many other guys contribute in some way, somehow, to win this World Series?
Yeah, I think that was the best part about it. It was so many people contributed, and it's just, the whole group of people, everyone did something. It's just such an awesome feeling to be a part of it.
Growing up a Dodger fan, did you even know pitching for the Dodgers how much winning again would mean to the city?
I think I saw it last year with the turnout and how crazy the fans are, and I think growing up here I knew how important baseball was, but I think just to see it right now back to back, it's honestly, words they can't really describe it. I can't get the job done. It's just the feeling right now is incredible.
Enjoy it, and let's do it again.
Thank you, let's do it. One more, let's go, or 15 more, let's go. Come on, here we go.
Tyler Glasnow, a big part of the Dodgers winning the World Series. Game 6, this guy pushed himself.
Yeah, Tyler Glasnow recorded that save in Game 6. 1.69 ERA in this postseason run. He was outstanding. You got a taste there in Game 6 of what it's like The life of being a bullpen dog. Let's hear from another one of those dogs, three-time World Series champion, Blake Trinan with Steven Nelson.
Blake Trinan, how many times now?
Just 3 times. Very blessed. 6 years, 3 times.
So you brought some baseballs that you signed for some young fans here on the parade. Did you hand them out?
I've gotten 2 so far. My wife threw 1. I got 1 left, so hopefully we'll find a little kid.
So we were talking before we got on the bus about how different but how equally special this run was for you. Even though it wasn't smooth for everybody back there in the bullpen, everybody had a moment.
Yes. Yeah, it's a unique year. You know, every year kind of has its own DNA, and we relied heavy on our starters, but it's cool to see some of the younger guys have some great moments and catapult themselves into some experience for years to come. So a year like this will truly bless us moving forward, and couldn't be happier for everybody that had their moments, man. Truly, it's such a team unit win, and man, what a gift it was for our organization to bring in some of the talent we have.
So of all the newest dogs that you had back there, who impressed you the most?
That's a loaded question. They all did so good. Enriquez showing up late in the season, getting himself on the roster, throwing so well. Klein getting a nod late and threw amazing in that 18-inning game. What Enriquez and Klein and Sheehan did in the 18-inning game is so rare. Sheehan being kind of the oldest of the rookies, having some experience, but the rest being it's impressive. And then the mainstay, which was Jack Dreyer. I think what he did as a rookie going pole to pole can't be said enough. I think he threw 80 innings, 80 games, something like that. So that's pretty incredible.
So last one, we're not trying to take Andrew or Gomer's job, but there was a big trade made before the buses left. The bullpen bus reacquired Roki Sasaki from the starter bus. Can you walk us through the transaction?
You know what? The transaction is what it is. The guy helped us in the bullpen, and you're only as good as your last bullet, which was a bullpen. So I got a bone to pick with Glass now. I got a bone to pick with Snell. I got a bone to pick with Yamamoto. They're all bullpen dogs, so they need to be on this one. So,
Blake, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's because it took everybody to get this one to the finish line in Game 7, an 11-inning victory for the Dodgers. We heard from Blake Trinan. How about the other Blake? Blake Snell comes to the Dodgers, wins a World Series in year 1. He's with his bestie, David Vassegh.
Snellzilla, the life of the parade. Hello. What's it like? Is it bigger than you thought it would be?
I've been waiting my whole life to do this. This is lit. And I don't know what to do. I keep doing 6-7. I keep doing that. But it's lit. Look at these people. This is what I've been waiting for. This is lit.
You got them eating out of your hand.
Hey, watch this.
Hey, it's lit. You saw this on TV last year. This is why you came. Is it everything you thought it would be or more?
More. This is lit as fuck. Sorry. It's lit. I love it. I'm going to lose my voice. I don't want to be able to talk. Only took us like 6 times.
Blake Snell having the time of his life. 6-7.
Yeah, Blake Snell, he's on that whole 6-7 train because the Dodgers won games 6 and 7 to become World Series champions, instantly becoming a fan favorite. Speaking of fan favorites, we just saw him going by on that bus with his shirt off. Anthony Banda, the Dodger fans love him. Let's hear from Banda.
All right, AB. Now 2-time World Series champion, second parade. How's this one stack up?
This is unbelievable, man. Look at everybody here, man. Look at everybody here. This is unbelievable. Look at everybody. Look at them. Look at them.
And you gave the people what they wanted. You started the parade with a shirt on, and now the shirt's gone.
Yeah, you told me to take it off. But it's unbelievable. It's something that, you know, I share with the fans. I share with everybody around the city of LA, like the masks, the tattoos, everything. Like it's all part of the culture. It's all part of what they love. And to bring back a championship, that's what's most important about all this. And that's what we're celebrating. This is amazing.
We were talking earlier, what made this postseason run so special was that everybody on the team had a moment.
Everybody had a moment. Everybody had a moment. And that's what made it so special is from top to bottom, everybody had their moment. Everybody did exactly what they needed to do. And that's what helped us bring this championship back to LA.
All right, AB, soak it up, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
So many great stories on this Dodgers team and how much this moment means to all of them. How about a guy like Justin Dean, called up from AAA Oklahoma City? He only got 2 at-bats in the big leagues, but he was a defensive replacement almost each and every night throughout the postseason. Justin Dean is a World Series champion, and he's standing by with DV.
This was a team of 40 men that came together at the right time, Justin Dean included. JD, what can you say about this experience?
Do you hear this right now?
Let him live, man.
You hear this right now?
Hey, where's the ball? Where's the ball? Where's the ball at?
Float. Get your hands up on the float. I ain't touched nothing. No, this is amazing, man. This is amazing. Like, the fans are showing up, they're showing out.
What was it like for you to contribute as a defensive replacement and make some of the best catches that most guys can't get to?
It's amazing to be able to chip in when I can. These guys do so much. They're so talented. They got so much on their plate. I want to get in where I fit in, and I'm just glad that we made it happen, man.
You were about to start playing in Mexico again when the Dodgers called. Could you ever imagine your season would end this way?
Nah, man. You can't make anything like this up. This is so genuine. This is so real. I'm just trying to live in the moment. This is amazing.
Enjoy, JD.
Appreciate you, dog.
There he is, Justin Dean, the man.
There's Justin Dean, World Series champion. You go back to the start of the season, a couple of guys that really stood out making this team as rookies, Ben Kasparius, Jack Dreyer. Jack Dreyer was on the team from day one all the way through the World Series. He can now call himself a champion as well. Let's hear from Dreyer with Steven Nelson.
From Iowa to the streets of Los Angeles for a World Series parade, Jack Dreyer. Hell of a ride, huh?
Yeah, this is pretty special. There's nothing that tops this. You know, we have the best fans in the world. This is awesome.
So we met in Tokyo. Yeah. Tokyo Series 1, World Series 1. Not bad for a rookie year.
Not bad at all. Pretty cool to be able to bookend the World Series in 2 different countries and with America in the middle. It was pretty cool.
So I know you're a crossword puzzle guy. Here's one across for you. 8-letter word to describe somebody who finishes in first place.
Champion!
Jack Dreyer,
yes.
World Series champion.
Right. I got it right. Let's go.
Well, you guys say it all the time. October baseball is different. Some guys can't handle it. Jack Dreyer, as a rookie, every single step along the way, Jerry, he proved that he can handle it. He's up for that moment, and he was just terrific all season long as a rookie.
From his very first pitch in the big leagues in Japan, he was a guy that you could really rely on. He was not fearful of any moment, of any stage. He knew his job, and boy, did he deliver. And we needed him, not just in the postseason, but throughout the season, because he got big outs for us in the 6th, 7th, and even that 9th inning.
The interview with Blake Trinan, and he was mentioned Dreyer, how many innings he threw as a rookie. That is a lot, and that tells you how much they depended on him and needed him, and he delivered. And now he's riding on a bus as a World Series champion. But kudos to Jack Dreyer. What a tremendous, tremendous year he had, and culminating to this.
You get to the big leagues because you show what kind of stuff you have in the minors, and you put up stats, and you look like you could be a big leaguer. But the reason these guys are here and in this parade is because of their heartbeat. Their heartbeat and their poise. And when you can trust somebody coming out of the pen or in the rotation, like we're going to interview somebody right now, it's the heartbeat and the stuff together that makes them champions.
Yeah, last year because of Tommy John surgery, Emmett Sheehan wasn't able to participate for the Dodgers in their October run. Returns to the team middle of this season and was outstanding, whether he was a starting pitcher or a reliever. Let's hear from Emmett Sheehan with David Vassegh.
I'm here with one of the starters that left it all out there as a starter and a reliever when the Dodgers needed him the most. Emmett Sheehan.
Hey, what's up, David?
Hey, Emmett. What a parade for a group of guys that left it all out on the field.
Yeah, thank you. It's pretty cool.
What's this experience like for you after not being able to pitch last year to come up big when the team needed you the most?
It's amazing. I mean, I remember watching this at home, and all I wanted to do was be a part of it. It's better than I could have expected.
How were you and the rest of the starters able to push yourselves to do whatever it took to give the team the innings they needed?
I was trying to do whatever those guys did, and it worked. So, yeah, follow their example.
Is it great to do it together instead of just one guy carrying the load?
Absolutely. I mean, Yama carried a lot of it, I think, but no, yeah, it's crazy.
Want to say hi to the people watching it?
What's up? Hey, let me get back to this.
All right, there he goes. Emmett Sheehan wants the celebration to never end.
And the buses are heading back, at least making their way toward Dodger Stadium, where there will be a championship rally. And when those players and all these fans left Dodger Stadium after Game 5, I'm not sure what the level of confidence was at that time, whether we would be back here for a parade on Monday, because the Dodgers, as we talked about on the post-game show that night, they didn't play very clean baseball at home, especially in Game 5. But what they did in Toronto, they made season-saving plays numerous times in Game 6, in Game 7, a double play to end Game 6 when the tying run was in scoring position. Game 7, after the Rojas home run, Miggy makes a great play at second base, and then the catch by Andy Pages, the clutch home run by Will Smith. Jerry, they made all of the plays after losing the last 2 games here at home, Games 4 and 5.
Epic run, and not just going into Toronto Game 6 and Game 7. You go back, they beat the higher seed Philadelphia Phillies, a really good team. Some say a great team with their offense and obviously their stud pitching staff. They beat and swept the #1 seed, the Milwaukee Brewers, who had a great season in their own right, and they beat the #1 seed of the American League, the Toronto Blue Jays. And for them to go up into Toronto, a hostile environment, it is tough to win there. A great team and play great baseball. It just speaks to the character. And Kike said it best. You can't deny this team as far as their heart, their will to win, and they were the epitome of that, epitome of champions.
Yeah, I think that you're right. They willed it. They went up against all those, as you mentioned, these teams that they were going up against. I know when they're going in the World Series, everybody like David versus Goliath. Now, I think that was selling Toronto way too short because they were a good team.
Yes.
And this World Series, you mentioned earlier, arguably one of the best World Series to watch. How many viewers watched Game 7? It was incredible. It's not just because of the Dodgers, it's because you had 2 great teams going at it, and they put on great performances to have a World Series that we're going to remember for a long, long time. The Dodgers willed it and ended up pulling out and now get to celebrate. But make no mistake, it takes greatness for us to celebrate greatness, and here we are.
Yeah, it came down to edges, didn't it? It really came down to edges. When you have a team that's probably outplaying you in a lot of different things, Jerry went over the statistics earlier in the broadcast, in every category, the accumulation of what the Toronto Blue Jays did was greater than the accumulation of what the Dodgers did in the 7 games. But how did the Dodgers win 4? Because of edges and details, secondary lead, a stumbling but still throwing an accurate throw, making a good slide, hitting a clutch home run, getting a 2-strike hit, all the different little things. The accumulation, yeah, over the course of a season, they're going to win a division, they're going to win the league. But you know what? In a short series, in a sprint, they leaned at the finish line and got to the tape first.
And you talk about it taking heroes to step up. Yeah, you need your stars to be stars, but you also need the other guys to step up into that hero role sometimes. Miguel Rojas didn't hit a single home run off a right-handed pitcher the entire season. He admits, Nomar, he was just trying to get on base for Shohei Ohtani in that moment. But the pitch met his bat in the right place. He put a great swing on it. Next thing you know, he's circling the bases. And even Joe Davis, and he's calling the game, he says, no way! That's the shock, the surprise I think that everybody had, that Miguel Rojas came through with one of the biggest swings, certainly the biggest swing of his life, but one of the biggest swings of the entire year.
Why do Jerry and I constantly talk about approach on that throughout the entire season? shortening up, 2 strike, having the right mentality, putting the ball in play. That was his mentality at that moment. I need to put the ball in play. I have to find a way to get on base, and you get rewarded when you put on a good swing. When you are not trying to hit home runs and you are trying to have the right swing, home runs happen. Home runs happen when you have a good, consistent swing of trying to make contact and you capitalize on maybe a mistake by the pitcher. It's exactly what Rojas did. He was thinking, get on 90 feet, mattered. That's all I'm trying to get here. And he was rewarded with a home run, going around the bases and being one of the heroes of this World Series. But the right mentality at that moment, it was key, and it paid off.
And listen, for him to stay ready, and Oral and I got a chance to talk to Miggy Rowe. I believe it was either Game 4 or Game 5. And right before the game, we're telling, hey, stay ready. You're going to get an opportunity. And he goes, hey, I'm always ready. I'm going to continue to stay ready. And for him to get that start in Game 6, play incredible defense, and really have that game-saving play to end the game in Game 6, and for him to have that moment in Game 7. And listen, guys, I didn't grow up in LA. I've been here now for 14, 15 years. People hate LA because they think it's Hollywood. It's all Hollywood, glitz and glamour. They don't understand there are way more hardworking people here in the LA area, LA County, and this is why the fans love this team, because guys like Miggy Rowe, guys like Mookie Betts, Freddie, Freeman, they work extremely hard every single day. And for a guy like Miggy Rowe to be ready when his number was called and perform, Miggy deserved that moment, and the Dodger fans deserve that moment as well, because these fans work extremely hard to be out here every single day, every single night, and supporting this great team.
And it kind of reminds me of your 1988 team, Oral. You had Mickey Hatcher, who hit 1 home run the entire season, and then he hits 2 in the World Series. And that's kind of like what Miguel Rojas did. You have guys like that on the biggest stage. Yes, you could say they rise to the occasion, or maybe the occasion rose to them.
Yeah, it's really hard to be signed to a team to be like the utility guy, and then all of a sudden you have a job because somebody gets hurt, and so you're a regular, and then you're pushed back to be ready. We have everybody we need. You're going to be a substitute again. It is really hard to stay ready when your life is being fluxed like that and your motivation is being fluxed. But Miggy Rowe is just a true professional and a true guy that would say, I am here for the team. On a daily basis, he could have started to back off from Mookie and go, you know what, I lost my job and this guy's out here now, and what are we going to do? And you lose a little focus, you don't help your teammates as much. Not Miggy. He turned up the volume on where he could help peripheral. Even when he wasn't in the lineup anymore, he said, okay, I've got more time now to help guys here. And a quick story about Mickey Hatcher. When we were playing the Mets, we went to Mickey Mantle's restaurant, and he ran into Mickey Mantle.
I love this story.
And Mickey Mantle said to him, you can't be named Mickey and not hit home runs. And we go to the World Series, and Mickey Hatcher starts hitting home runs.
Amazing.
That truly was an amazing moment. And Miguel Rojas hadn't been in the lineup for 25 days. He hadn't had a base hit in exactly 1 month. And then he has 2 hits that night. The second of them was the home run. And you talk about staying ready, Jerry. Andy Pages, for being bluntly honest here, he was benched. Yeah. He was benched in this World Series, and it was Miguel Rojas who took Andy Pages' spot in the lineup. But Pages stayed ready. And when that ball was sailing through the air in the bottom of the ninth with the bases loaded and 2 outs, he didn't care who was in front of him. If he had to dunk on Kike, he was not going to be denied. He was going to make that catch.
Nomar and I, we talk about this all the time. When you're struggling to get hits, you get that opportunity, those guys aren't getting hits either. Yeah. They're going to feel my pain, and that's what Andy Pages is saying. Not on my watch. I'm going to get this ball. If I got to run over Kike Hernandez, I'm going to do it. But seriously, a young guy like Andy Pages, who's an absolute stud. Yes, he struggled the last couple weeks in the postseason. He is going to have a great career. He's going to learn from this. He's going to learn from this moment and understand, you know what, no matter what happens, I can help my team in other ways. Base running, and obviously what he did for us defensively. And he's going to become back even a better player next year, and he's going to be a better man for it.
I love the postseason so much. The reason I've always loved the postseason because there was always one number that mattered. It wasn't about whether you went 4 for 4, 0 for 4. The only number that mattered is whether you had the number of victories. That was it. Andy Paez from the offensive side, yeah, you can see the numbers that were there. But nobody cares. You know why? Because he's a World Series champion.
Yes.
And he still delivered. He was a huge part of this championship, and even in Game 7 was a huge part on that play. That gets erased because you get to be on a bus like this celebrating with the fans. That's what's the beauty of the postseason, because it truly takes a team effort, and it's not a matter of what an individual does, it's a matter of what the team does, and he was a big part of that team in winning.
You know, we moved to a guy that was possibly trying to be run out of town in Dave Roberts to a guy that won some world championships, and then they tried to discount it because it was a shortened season, and then all of a sudden they're winning back-to-back. Well, he had a roster at the beginning of the year that looked like he could just play checkers. He had a roster at the end of the year and a roster that was performing at a certain level that he had to play chess. And he did it meticulously and perfectly and juggled the lineup and kept guys ready and kept them motivated and kept them hungry. And Dave Roberts this year became a Hall of Fame manager. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and he's still got years ahead of him. And this city now understands why we fell in love with Andrew Friedman, why we fell in love with Stan Kasten, why we fell in love with all the guys in the front office and the ownership, and why we have fallen in love and loved Dave Roberts. This is a great culmination of a place probably mid-career for him. And Dave Roberts, when he hits the stage here at Dodger Stadium, I hope it's some of the loudest applause that he's ever heard in his life, because he deserves it.
How about the moves he's made? Listen, analytics, we're talking about analytics, right? Yes, everybody uses analytics, but this Dodger team has realized, especially in recent years, hey, we got to make sure we get gamers. We got to make sure we get guys that know how to play in the postseason. Kike Hernandez, Miggy Rowe. The analytics say you don't play Miggy Rowe in Game 6 and 7. We're going to make sure we're going to play our gamers, give ourselves the best chance to win, and I just love Dave Roberts for that understanding. Yes, you have the information, but trust your eyes, and that's what he's done the last couple postseasons.
Well, and he had to make that decision as well in Game 7 to put Andy Paez out there, because he realizes with one out, I need someone with a great arm in center field to potentially throw somebody out at home. So he pulls Andy Paez off the bench, go out there and play center field, brings Tommy Edman in, Jerry, and he was out there to make that catch because Dave Roberts made that move.
Dave Roberts, a former big league outfielder, understanding, hey, you know what? At the split moment, in this situation, if there is a fly ball, I got to have Andy Paez in center field, because if it hits a slight to his right in left field or slight to his left in right field, he can cover both those outfielders and take the ball and gun the guy at the plate. Brilliant moves, plural, by Dave Roberts. Fans, appreciate what you have. I'm telling you, Dave Roberts has done an incredible job with this team, managing the different superstars and players like Kike, Miguel Rojas, and the guys in the bullpen. Brilliant job.
Well, and Oral, you mentioned about people saying, oh, discounting the 2020 World Series championship because it was a shortened season. But Jerry mentioned it earlier. They hate us because they ain't us. And every fan base and every team out there is going to have other fans that just don't like them. And the Dodgers, because of who they are, have a lot of people that probably don't like them. Yes, they probably have more fans than most other teams outside of the New York Yankees. But they're always looking for a reason, Nomar, to hate on the Dodgers. And now they're saying they're ruining baseball because of how they're able to spend money and they're buying certain players. But there are other teams out there that spend a lot of money, like the Mets didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah. There's other teams that spend a lot of money, and nobody's stopping other teams from spending money. So it's not, so
and there are other teams that don't spend the money.
Exactly right, and they totally are. They totally can, or they're able to. And the Dodgers here are just doing that willing because they understand it's not about the money. It's about creating an environment, and it's nothing but class with this organization and putting back in this team. And continuing to win and putting out a product to try to win.
And I'm going to speak for the players. I'm not just the Dodger players, but the current players. The current players love what the Dodgers are doing. Nomar, Oral, you understood, hey.
Love it.
When I was playing, fans go, the Yankees are spending money. Well, why shouldn't they?
Yes.
They're trying to win. Why don't you want to win? So this is great for baseball. It's great for the baseball players. And I want the fans to understand. You'll hear a lot of stuff. Hey, don't worry about it. The players understand. All the players understand what is at stake. Dodgers are great for baseball. The numbers say it. It's an absolute fact. Enjoy this celebration. Enjoy this Dodger team.
Most watched World Series in 8 years. Yeah, the Dodgers are not good for baseball. Everybody loves to watch a team like the Los Angeles Dodgers, and this World Series was spectacular. The parade is wrapped up. You see the teams on the buses making their way back to Dodger Stadium. The rally awaits. The fans at the Ravine awaits the 2025 World Series champions. Plenty more coverage coming up right after the break. The parade is over, but the celebration continues. You see the buses making their way back up the freeway and heading here to Dodger Stadium, where there's going to be a rally. The fans are starting to make their way inside the stadium, and a bunch of others are still lining up here in the center field plaza, awaiting the return of their heroes, the World Series champs. Andrew Freeman said last year after beating the Yankees that he and the ownership group want this to be the golden era of Dodger baseball, and it has already reached that status. The Dodgers have made the playoffs 13 consecutive years, winning 12 National League West titles, 5 pennants, 3 World Series championships, and with the Game 7 win in Toronto, the Dodgers are the first team to win back-to-back titles since the Yankees won 3 in a row from 1998 through 2000. You know, every GM, every president of baseball operations, every player, as you guys know, realize, Oral, just how hard it is to win. The run of success this Dodgers franchise has had over the last 13 years, it's unprecedented in franchise history. And honestly, I see no reason for it to slow down anytime soon.
I don't think it'll slow down because I think ownership, led by Mark Walder, they want more. And every time they win, they want to repeat. Every time they win, they want to do more. Even if this would have ended in a loss, I think they would have invested back into the ball club. We've seen what they've done around Dodger Stadium to make this into even more of a palace. And underneath, what the fans haven't seen, like the locker room and the facilities for the players and other things in the underneath in the bowels of Dodger Stadium, it has all been upgraded. This place is a palace. This is like going to Augusta. This is like going to a place that you've dreamed about. And this is going to inspire them at the top to continue to put a champion on the field and invest in LA, invest in Dodger Stadium, invest in the roster, and invest in this club.
I heard our great friend Ned Colletti get interviewed, and they were asking him about this ownership. Obviously, he worked under this ownership. He was key and vital to the culture that is here and started the culture that was here. But he said the unique thing about this ownership is that they are hungry and never stop, even after they win. And Mark Walters continues to invest and put back into the organization and the community. And that's why he thinks this isn't stopping. He's like, this isn't going to stop because this isn't just, all right, we did it, we got a couple, no, they want more, more, more. He continues to be hungry. He knows what the dynasty, what this means, and the mark on history of this game. And it's going to continue.
It's great to have owners that are competitive. It's great for our sport. We saw it with the boss, George Steinbrenner. Was George, the boss, a little crazy at times? Yes, but he was ultra competitive and really elevated our sport. We see this ownership group led by Mr. Walter. He is extremely competitive. It is incredible for our sport. We just saw the ratings. It has absolutely exploded because of the World Series. Exploded. Fans love dynasties. Everybody loved the Bulls dynasty, hated the Bulls dynasty, but they all watched. The Yankees, led by Jeet and that group, they were a dynasty. Everybody hated the Yankees or they loved them, but they all watched. It is great for our sport, and the ratings prove that. But back to our ownership group, man. It is so fun, and it's incredible to see these guys just as competitive as their players are on the field.
And they have ownership in other places, right? And I think with Magic and Billie Jean King, They're whispering in Mark's ear going, can we repeat here, but let's also have the Lakers win?
Yep.
I mean, this city could be on fire for championships as this ownership group starts to spread their wings outside of the Dodgers. So this is really, really exciting for the city of Los Angeles.
You don't think Luka?
You don't think postseason and also winning too.
You don't think Luka is excited now with them purchasing, being the majority owners of the Lakers? It is so great for this city. What a time to be a Laker fan, a Dodger fan, and an LAFC fan.
That's what I'm talking about.
And a Rams fan.
Yeah. They both had really good days yesterday, the Rams and LAFC as well. And you talked about that thirst, that hunger to keep on winning. And Magic Johnson, he won 5 championships with the Lakers as a player. He's won 13 more as an owner of different teams. And as an executive, he posted last night 18, or 2 nights ago, 18 championships now. Do you think he's satisfied just having 18? He wants to keep winning more and more.
Yeah, let's get to 20. Let's get to what a perfect name for him. On the court, Magic. Off the court, everything it touches, it's Magic.
Look at the shots of inside the stadium. They sold more tickets this year. They could have sold out the building last year, but they chose to limit it and cap it at about 35,000, 40,000. And they open up the entire facility. The entire building is packed. Not a ticket to be had as you see the buses making their way back here onto the grounds at Dodger Stadium. And we remember this reception last year. All the players were blown away, by the parade, but then it takes it to another level. They get inside the stadium, they hear the reaction from everybody here.
And it's an opportunity for the fans to say thank you to this team, and I know the players cannot wait. They had a blast on the buses, seeing all the sea of people on the parade route, but to get back here at Dodger Stadium with the fan, it's going to be epic.
I'm kind of chuckling to myself, and the reason I'm chuckling to myself is there was adjustments to this parade from last year. It's like, you can ask, like, hey, what would you have done different? Because we're going to have another one. So
That's right.
It's like, right? It's like, and they had the adjustment, right? And the same thing here. It's like, what would we do different in the stadium? Like, well, why not sell out the whole state? Like, they can adjust because they believed, and they're going, because we're going to have another one. And here we are, a year later, having another one.
These players are having an Olympic moment. And we know the season is a marathon and the end is a sprint. And when you're in a long distance race, right, the sprint is at the end. Well, these guys have run the marathon, and now they're coming into the Olympic Stadium, which is Dodger Stadium, and they're going to get to feel that energy for the last lap. And it's ridiculous. Their last lap will be out there in the middle on a podium talking to these fans. They will be done with the race, and they will be getting the wreath on their head like an Olympic athlete. But this time, it's a World Championship trophy they're going to be holding up.
Yeah, and it hasn't even been 48 hours since the Dodgers became World Series champions for the 2nd straight year. And this is the last chance to really celebrate their accomplishments, because as we know, they will have a ring ceremony next year on opening day, or maybe game 2 of the next season. But some of the players that are on this team right now might not be here next year. So this is their last chance, Oral, to all be together and to celebrate what they just accomplished less than 48 hours ago.
Well, they made that formula up last year when they've had these layoffs going into the playoffs. They said, no, we are coming every day. We're going to be together. We're going to stay together. We're going to watch the other games. We're going to hang out. And I'm sure they've been hanging out since they won this, because those are the parties and the restaurants that you take down, and it's only your club and only your guys, and you remember that stuff for the rest of your life. And if you don't see somebody for a year, or you don't see somebody for 3 years, or you come back to Alumni Day to here at Dodger Stadium and you're running your teammates, it's like you were with them yesterday because of days like today.
And this thing about the meals that they've had, I know it's been only a couple of days, but it's going to be going on, is you're always like, okay, you want to say, well, let's have a nice meal, let's have a bottle of wine. As World Series champ, it tastes so much sweeter, so much better. It really does than anything else. So they're going to be enjoying this for a long, long time.
They're going to enjoy this celebration here at Dodger Stadium. And I'm sure they're going to gather together after the celebration, maybe go to somebody's house, have another party, team party, maybe have another podcast, have some controversy after the podcast. But listen, to the victor go the spoils. And these guys earned their right to be champs, and most of these guys back-to-back champs.
If your TV's on this and on this station and you're wondering how long am I going to watch this, there is so much more to come. There are individual interviews. There's a celebration in the middle of the field. If you're in school and your teacher's got the TV on, don't worry. Don't let her turn it off. Nomar, you give those instructions.
Right. And if she does turn it
happens.
off, turn on your phone. You can watch it. You can live stream it on your phone.
Well, yeah, for all you teachers, all the great teachers out there, we got to give them a shout out once again. Here's a new math, right? They traveled 1.7 miles, but it took them over an hour. So now they got to say, okay, how fast were the buses actually moving now in order to cover that? So just another one so they can say, hey, keep it on. We're getting some questions here that we have to answer.
So last night I'm doing some prep for today's parade and rally show, and I had the replay. They're on FS1, they were replaying Game 7 of the World Series. And even though I knew the outcome of the game,
oh, no, you're
I
nervous.
picked it up around the 8th inning. I still found myself so stressed out, and that ball's in the air because I keep thinking, well, what if he doesn't make the catch this time in left center field? Or what if Rojas doesn't make that play, or the runner slides in safely at home? I was still finding myself stressed out all over again, that maybe it was going to be a different outcome when I watched it.
And you pick up other details.
Nomar talked about, something new for the parade next year. How about new for next season? Dodgers get to the postseason. We have a live camera shot or a live feed just watching John Hartog watch the game. Fans, I promise you, it is extremely entertaining, and it would be must-see TV.
In ballparks, they have the noise meter. I want the nervous meter and the heart rate on him.
No doubt.
Well, as we hear the fans behind us cheering, that's because the buses are making their way to the center field plaza. The players are about to get off the buses and head inside the stadium. And this love fest between the Dodger fans and the players, it's going to continue. We saw Clayton Kershaw waving to some of the fans. And we're going to have an incredible party here at Dodger Stadium. They didn't get a chance to win the World Series in Game 5 and celebrate here for the first time since 1963. They get it done again on the road, but they can certainly celebrate here today with all the fans.
We've been talking about adjustments, and the adjustment we will have for about 20 minutes will be entertainment. Will continue here at Dodger Stadium, but as the players get off the buses, they're going to be allowed to eat a little something, use a restroom, get ready to come out for even longer and better celebration in the middle of Dodger Stadium.
I said this last year, that you don't see this. And I think they said it, you don't see where parades end at stadiums or arenas. And the Dodgers did it last year, and they're doing it this year. And I can see other teams in other sports trying to replicate, because it is special. This is truly special, and fans appreciate it. This is going to be exciting because the party's just begun.
And you see ownership group coming in, and now you're going to see the players as well. Talk about walking the blue carpet, heading into Dodger Stadium, and all the fans waiting for this Dodger team. What a special moment.
It is certainly a special moment. It's kind of like the Rose Parade. It seems like every few years the weather forecast, oh, it's going to rain on the Rose Parade, and it never does. It's always a bright, sunny day. When I checked the forecast yesterday, it said it was going to be cloudy all day long, and sure enough, we've got bright, beautiful sunshine that has poked through. The fog has burned off. The clouds have burned away, and we've got a beautiful sun-splashed afternoon to welcome the World Series champions back to the Ravine for the first time since they left here and went to Toronto and won it all.
I mean, we're fans. We're taking it all in. This is great.
And you see Will Smith there with his family. How about him? Catching every inning of the World Series. Extras, the 11th inning extras in Toronto Game 7, the 18th inning marathon of Game 3. Will Smith still had enough energy to hit that game-winning home run.
Yeah, you see people climbing up on the blue fire truck here in the center field. Plaza Security's trying to drag them off, but everybody just wants a better view of the Dodger players as they make their way inside the stadium, down the blue carpet and out to the field. And as Oral mentioned, there will be about a 15-minute break for the players to catch their breath, maybe have a quick bite to eat, use a restroom. And there's that great drone shot of inside the stadium. That's the blue carpet that the Dodger players, the executives, the family will all be walking on as we celebrate.
It's going to be a little different, John, because they're walking into a sold-out crowd and they don't have to win a game.
Nope.
No nerves today, just smiles and celebration.
The job is finished. The Dodgers got it done in Toronto. We've got a lot more coverage coming your way here from Dodger Stadium. The championship rally just minutes away. And people have been around this game for decades or have been a fan or maybe even played this game. Almost everyone would agree that the 2025 World Series will go down as one of the best World Series ever. The Dodgers beating the Blue Jays in 7 games. This place is absolutely rocking. You could probably hear it behind us. Let's set it inside for the World Series championship rally. Los Angeles Dodgers back to back. All right, so they needed a couple more minutes to get everybody set for this celebration inside, but we see all the players here. Jerry, that was an awesome reaction. We saw Kike Hernandez. He's also videotaping everything that's going on around him because he wants to be able to savor this moment just like the fans are.
Well, remember about this team, Jonathan. This team, 18-inning game, Game 7, 11-inning game. They love the extra innings, so yes, they needed extra time. Be ready for this celebration. It's all about showmanship.
Well, they just needed a commercial break. That's what they were going for, and they know, that you got some time here. There's no pitch clock. This is their own clock today, and that's what they're going to do to make sure they come in there and they walk in right and get to be able to enjoy this with all these great fans.
And not an empty seat in the house, Oral. Everybody is packed into Dodger Stadium. A larger turnout than last year because they allowed more people to come because they realized the city of Los Angeles, everyone wants to be a part of this.
We've all been to concerts where the main event is slow to come to the stage. Well, the warm-up band was the parade. The main event will start when they're ready. It can't be any better than this.
There's Shohei Ohtani, one of many heroes in that 2025 World Series championship run that we will be hearing from up on stage. The skipper, Dave Roberts. So much more excitement to come here from Dodger Stadium. Our coverage continues. Let's set it inside for the championship rally.
All right, Dodger fans. Are you ready to get this celebration started in earnest? Please welcome an actor, comedian, and Dodger fan who's also known as just a kid from Compton, Anthony Anderson.
Yo, 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 yo! Dodger Stadium, can you dig it? What they talking about in Toronto right now? What they talking about? They talking about nothing. They talking about nothing. What a glorious day it is today. I stood on this stage March 28th when we were handing out the World Series rings to the 2024 Los Angeles World Champion Dodgers. welcome to the stadium, the first Dodger in the long-esteemed history of the franchise to win back-to-back championships. Now, last year we said they not like us, and guess what? They still not like us. Mustang! Drop it! Let's hear it for the 2025 back-to-back World Series champions, the Los Angeles Dodgers! Can you dig it?
Now, fans, at this time, let's welcome the voice of your back-to-back World Series champion, Los Angeles Dodgers, Joe Davis.
I still have Joe's mic. Is he going to the podium?
Let's go. How we feeling? I told you guys last year to start the party. You're really good at that. It was looking like, look, we knew there was going to be a parade. We knew there was going to be a party somewhere today. For a while there, though, it was looking like it might be in Canada. And that was not going to be good. No. But then, Yoshinobu Yamamoto happened. And then again, they're starting to plan the parade in Toronto. And then Miguel Miggy-Ro Rojas happened. And then that babyface killer did it again. Will Smith happened. And these boys proved to beat the champ, you gotta knock them out. They're still standing. Back-to-back champions, the Los Angeles Dodgers.
We got 2 tables, but only 1 trophy. Where's the skipper?
Hey, Joe.
Dave Roberts. You got any idea where that other trophy is?
I got this covered, Joe. I got a good friend of mine that's got this on lock. Hey, Ice Cube, why don't you come on in right now?
Back-to-back, baby! Yeah! Y'all give it up for the back-to-back World Series champion Dodgers! Give it up for the ownership, too, who brought these great players to Los Angeles. And Dave Roberts, the coaching staff, they managed their ass off. And we got number 2, baby. Oh, yeah, yeah. You did your thing, baby. You did your thing.
You did our thing, my guy.
Come on, man. Give me some. Back at it. Back at it. Back at it. Great job. Great job.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the microphone the owner of the Dodgers, Mark.
I can't tell you what this is like. People out in the parade, all of you here, you're the greatest fans in the world. You really are. Team, the staff, they never gave up. All the way down to the very last out, which we won. And so all I have to say to you is we'll be back next year.
Now one of the most accomplished executives in sports, in another great jacket, Stan Kasten. back-to-back jacket.
Thank you, Joe. Listen, all of you know, everyone on this stage behind me has spent their lives trying to get here today. Literally, everything they have worked for since they were small children was to be here today. But we also know that all of you feel it just as strongly as everyone on this stage. We know that you agonize with us when we're going through agony, and we know you are just as joyful today as all of us are having been on this side. So to all of you here today, to the 4 million people who came to our stadium this year, to the millions and millions of Dodger fans across the country and around the world, thank you, thank you, thank you. Without your support, none of this could have happened. Thank you all for coming.
The lead architect of the back-to-back champions, Andrew Freeman.
Your Los Angeles Dodgers are back-to-back World Series champions. From the offseason to Tokyo to Toronto, it was all about getting back to this day. The parade, sharing this moment with our incredible fans was what fueled us to get here. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and I can't tell you how much this day means to all of us. Living it, experiencing it with you guys, bringing it back is everything. So to the most loyal and dedicated fans in all of sports, I have a crazy idea for you. How about we do it again? Thank you.
His right-hand man, the general manager, Brandon Gomes.
We can't thank you guys enough. This is a true organizational effort from scouting, player development, R&D, front office, coaching staff, such a tightly knit group, and all working so hard each and every day. This is the best group of teammates I've ever been around in my life. And the one thing that I know is beautiful about today, on top of all other things, is we get to honor the GOAT, Clayton Kershaw, the greatest competitor we'll ever see. So enough talking from us, let's get it to the players.
We're going to get to the GOAT, I promise you that. We're going to save the best for last. Speaking of best, though, it doesn't matter how you slice it, you cannot deny what the manager of the Dodgers has done over the last decade. Historic greatness, a third world championship for the Hall of Fame bound Dave Roberts.
All right, I can't talk about ruining anything today, guys. I'm sorry to disappoint. But we talked last year about running it back, and before I get to that, a word stuck out really to me after we won Game 7, the word mirror. And the reason I bring this word up is because every time we take the field, our players look in the mirror, and what we see is you guys. We see toughness. We see passion. We see perseverance. Yeah, we like good weather too. But I'll tell you right now, this group of guys right now was never going to be denied to bring this city another championship. every single day when you guys look in the mirror, as you guys unpack this season, you look back at each one of these guys and see what they sacrifice for each other and most importantly, for you guys. So, the last thing I'll say, I talked to a good friend of mine yesterday on the plane, and he gave me the okay to use this phrase. Pat Riley, what's better than 2? 3! 3P! 3P! Let's go!
Who's ready to hear from some of your players? Throughout baseball history, there are names that we know. Not in every case is that player a perennial all-star, a guy that you know is headed to the Hall of Fame. What they always are somebody who stayed ready for his moment. We haven't seen him in a couple weeks, but he stayed ready for the moment he's been waiting his whole life for. Into the lineup in Game 6. World Series legend in Game 7. A name that'll live forever. Miguel Rojas.
Dodger fans, you deserve this. You pack this place every single day. We play in front of 50,000 people every single night, and you deserve this day. We're back-to-back champions. But it's not about me. It's all about all these guys behind me. We couldn't be here if Freddie don't hit that homer in game number 3. Give it up for him. We couldn't be here. I know we're going to talk about this later. If Yamamoto don't pitch game 2 and throw a complete game, we're not here. And we're not here if Barrett don't catch a ball in center field in extra innings. It's not about me. It's about everybody on this organization doing what they need to do when the name is called, right, Doug? And I got one more thing, and that's the only thing that I want to share with you guys. This guy's birthday today, Rocky. DJ, can you give me that song? Give me that song, DJ. No, that song, DJ, no, that song. No, that song. Rocky, suéltale Rocky, Rocky, suéltale Rocky, bájale Rocky, suéltale Rocky, bájale Rocky. Bájale Rocky, suéltale Rocky. Pa, 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 pa. Happy birthday, Rocky. Let's go.
Happy birthday, Roki Sasaki. All right. This next guy is the sweetest, baddest man on the planet. He is the tallest 5'10" guy I have ever seen. He is the World Series MVP. Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Buenas tardes. You know what? Losing
and option. Thank you, my teammates, my coaches, our amazing staff, and all the fans. We did it together. I love the Dodgers. I love Los Angeles. Arigato.
And promise. What a fitting conclusion, career of one of the greatest that has ever lived. Cliffhanger. Using the word greatest is a pretty good segue, though. They said, when is this guy going to get it? When is he World Series? And then when his team needed him the most, was there ever any doubt that this guy would be there, grinding away to find it? And when the moment called for it, Mookie Betts was there to deliver how he always is. The only active player now with a 4th ring, Marcus Slim Betts.
Since I got here, we've been winning. I got 4. Now it's time to feel the hand all the way up, baby. For 5. 3-peat ain't never sounded so sweet. Somebody make that a t-shirt. I want to say you guys have made my time here something unbelievable. I love everybody here, and I thank y'all.
This next guy's trying to avoid eye contact, as if we don't make eye contact, I'm not going to hand him the microphone. Well, if you stop hitting epic home runs, you won't have to talk. Walk-off grand slam in 2024. Walk-off home run in the 18th inning of Game 3 in 2025. Freddie Freeman.
Thank you, Los Angeles. Like Mookie said, ever since I got here, we started winning. And there is nothing better than hoisting up these trophies for you guys. Just like Stan said, over 4 million of you came to watch us play this year, and we delivered. Job in 2024 done. Job in 2025 done. Job in 2026 starts now.
There are certain walk-up songs I know that we all like. We don't dislike any of them, but there are some, when those hit, it's like, oh yeah, something fun's about to happen. Give me that Kike music. Kike Hernandez.
Hello, 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 hello.
Culo con caca.
Culo con caca.
What up, Dodger Nation? It's October's very own. Man, thank you, thank you. I apologize for the blackout that's about to happen. Standing here, you know, playing the most games in October for this franchise, for this really big team that has a lot of really big rings. It's a true honor. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. This past decade for me has been amazing. What else should I say? My teammates have been pretty humble. But I think it's time to talk that shit. Everybody's been asking questions about a dynasty. How about 3 and 6 years? How about a back-to-back? Yes, we're a mother effing dynasty, baby! And I want to take this time to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. The triple champ does what the fuck he wants. October out. Deuces.
That is not an easy act to follow. Starting pitching in a lot of ways got this team to the World Series. And then fittingly in Game 7, they all had a hand in it. Big lefty, Blake Snell.
What up, Los Angeles? Y'all made a dream come true for me. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Every game. And I'm trying to get used to this. Trying to get used to this. You're gonna see a lot of this. So get used to it. Don't be afraid to do it when you see me pitching. Lock me in. 2 things I wanted to say. I didn't know I was gonna speak. One was hello. The second thing, I've been waiting since we won. I've been wanting to say this for a long time, but it's a parade inside my city, yeah. That's all I got.
There were so many guys that had a hand in that Game 7 comeback, just when it was looking like time was running out. The guy that's hit more home runs in the postseason than anybody in Dodger history struck and said, not so fast. Max Muncy.
All right. I'll try to keep this short so we can hear from the guy that everyone wants to hear from. All I gotta say, starting to get a little comfortable up here. Let's keep it going. As I said last year,
Best team in the world, best city in the world. We fucking love you guys.
It's a testament to what a true team this is, and that this was. We've heard from all these superstars. We haven't even gotten to the greatest baseball player that ever walked the face of this earth. He is 2 players in 1.
Of all time.
He is a walking statue. He is Shohei Ohtani.
Hello. I want to say that I'm so proud of this team, and then I want to say you guys are the greatest fans in the world. And then I'm ready to get another ring next year. Let's go.
Without further ado, folks, Dodger fan, one more time, we have a chance to show this man what he's meant to us, the city, this franchise, to baseball. One more time, number 22, left-hander, Clayton Kershaw.
I told Freddie I'm going to try not to cry today. But I don't know if that's going to work. I'll try not to make it weird. Thank you. Thank you for 18 years. Thank you for showing up and watching us play for the last 18 years. Thank you for being here for me and my family and supporting us. And thank you for all you guys. Thank you, my teammates. You guys are the best in the world. You guys are the best team in the world. And you've been the best team in the world for as long as I remember. You know, last year, I said I was a Dodger for life. And today, that's true. And today, I get to say that I'm a champion for life. And that's never going away. Oh, hey guys. So thank you for this moment. Thank you to my teammates for this moment. Thank you to this organization for this moment right here. I will remember it for the rest of my life. Thank you to these 5 right here who have grown up and been here for it all. Hey, we love you so much. I'm so thankful for all of you. And I know they're going to get one more next year, and I'm going to watch just like all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one last time today, your back-to-back world champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
the championship rally has wrapped up here at Dodger Stadium. We were going to have some of the players come by and join us down here on the field. Clayton Kershaw, he said he was not going to cry. He was at least trying not to. He was choking back the tears as he said one final thank you to the great Dodger fans here in Los Angeles that showed up each and every night throughout his brilliant 18-year career. Next stop for him will be Cooperstown in the year 2031 when his induction will no doubt take place during his first year. And it's John Hartung, Nomar Garciaparra, Jerry Hairston Jr., Oral Hershiser down here on the field right next to the Dodgers dugouts. And Nomar, I'll begin with you. Your thoughts on the rally and what some of the guys had to say, and really capping off what was an incredible day with the parade on the rally.
It was tremendous. I think I love the long route they took this year. I think it really allowed the fans and for the players to really just share this moment, this celebration together. And then obviously when it culminates here at Dodger Stadium to a sold-out crowd and them talking and the messages. You know, last year we heard the same message about we want to do this again, and they accomplished that. And the message was again, these guys are still hungry. It's like three-peat now. So, but to hear from all the great ones and to hear from Clayton Kershaw saying, he goes, I want to be like the fans and watch next year when they're doing it again. I thought it was just tremendous. And by the way, celebration still isn't over.
I thought last year we all talked about it. That is the best celebration, parade, rally I've ever seen in sports. And I can't believe, I shouldn't be shocked that we actually topped it from last year. This season was outstanding. Nomar, you touched on it. The parade route was longer. A lot more fans were there. The energy was high from jump. And how about when they got back to Dodger Stadium? I know we had 35,000 last year, but we absolutely packed this place today to give this man right there, Clayton Kershaw, the proper send-off, and also to celebrate the back-to-back World Series champions.
You know, more goosebump moments, right, guys? The goosebumps just keep on coming. The nerves are gone, and the goosebumps have continued to arrive. And when they're up on stage talking about their personal experience with their love affair with the city and the fans, when they're talking about each individual teammate as they recognize each other, it's personal up on that stage for them, and it'll be memories for life. And it was an amazing celebration, amazing parade, and I know they want to do it again. And I love the fact that Mark Wahlberg's up there, Magic's up there, Stan Kasten's up there, you know, Andrew Freeman's up there. These guys get a taste of it too, and they want to stand on that stage again.
They certainly do, and you can hear the fans here singing along to We Are the Champions by Queen. Will Smith did not take the stage here during the rally, but Will Smith still has a few things that he would like to say. He's standing by right now with Kirsten Watson.
Will, you guys are already talking about a three-peat, how special it was today, and just how exciting is a moment like this?
There's nothing better than LA. You know, this parade, last year's parade, somehow this parade seemed better than last year. I don't even know how, because last year was amazing. This one was amazing. Dodger Stadium is packed again today. We're celebrating. There's just nothing better than this.
We heard from a lot of you guys. How special is this group? Is there something that stands out, bringing you all together, winning another World Series championship?
It's just such a special group. You know, such a special team. You know, each year it's a new team. You got new faces. You got new guys stepping up, and that's what this team did. Guys stepped up. You got Miguel Rojas in the bottom of the night, or top of the night, tying the game up. You got Max Muncy in the 8th inning, you know, getting us within one. You got Yoshi coming out for 3 innings. You got Shohei giving everything he's got. You got Clayton Kershaw on the pen. He came out, got a huge out for us. But all the other games, he showed up for us as a teammate. That's what we do. We show up for each other as teammates, and we figure out a way to win, and that's what it's all about.
You also left out a key one, you battling a broken hand through this postseason and wanting to be on that field regardless. You talked about Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What was it like catching him and also just taking in what he was doing on the mound?
Yeah, what he did this World Series, this postseason was, it's second to none. It's, you know, it's incredible. Going a complete game in Game 2, Game 6, giving us 6 good innings, coming up with a win there, a must-win situation. Then coming out the next day in Game 7, giving us 3. I mean, what more do you want from a guy? You know, he works his ass off all year. Nobody works harder than Yoshi. Nobody takes care of his body better than him. It's incredible what he did, and to showcase it on the biggest stage is just a testament to who he is.
When you talk about being in Dodger Blue, you've signed obviously a long-term deal. You hope to finish your career here. When you think about the other opportunities, the more championships you want to be here, how does that excite you for what's to come?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's the Dodgers. You know, we want to win a World Series every single year. Ownership, front office gives us that opportunity each and every year, and they trust us. They trust, you know, me to be back there leading the staff, be back there, you know, in the middle of the lineup helping us win. And, you know, I couldn't be more grateful for this opportunity. And we're just looking for three in a row right now.
Enjoy every second. Congratulations, Will.
Thank you.
Back at Dodger Stadium, Ice Cube is blasting over the speakers right now because today was a good day. It was really a great year. We're joined now by two-time Cy Young Award winner and now World Series champion Blake Snell is with us down here on the field. Blake, I know when you signed with the Dodgers, you probably wished and hoped that something like this would happen. How does the dream compare to the reality for you?
Yeah, no, it feels great. I definitely knew this was going to happen. I mean, you look at that roster, the team, how bad they want to win. They continue to win. I knew we were going to be able to do it. I knew I could help. So now that we did it, you know, it feels good, but definitely looking forward to the next one.
You know, when you come over to this team, it was obvious to have a celebration like this and have a parade. You know, during the course of the season, you spent some time on the IL, but does it make it a little easier to make sure that, hey, I know I can come back and make sure I don't have to push it because I know the ultimate goal is this right here and what it's about, so you make sure that you are ready to contribute like you did?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing for me, I don't want to compete. You know, I just want to compete, learn, get better. So going through that and having to take my time was pretty difficult, especially when I know, you know, I want to show, you know, the kind of player I am, and that was difficult. But once I got back August 2nd, yeah, I was ready to go and had a tough one against Tampa, but then learned my way and got comfortable and was able to pitch good ball.
You know, Blake, you talk about compete. You were absolutely outstanding early on in this postseason, dominant against the Phillies, dominant against the Milwaukee Brewers. A little bit of a hiccup. Then after Game 5, that interview, I saw you a little irritated. I saw that fire and said, when I get the ball in Game 7, I'm going to go out and do what I need to do. You did that. You knew then that you were going to be pitching in Game 7. Talk about that moment when you took the ball coming in that Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, Game 1, I mean, I'm going to go to the start all the way to 7, but Game 1, you know, I think mentally I needed to be more prepared. I was wavering with just, you know, doubt, thoughts, and let that crept in, which it's real, you know. And then as I got out there, I was like, man, it's not, like, I played myself in that. And that's why we lost. And then Game 5, I was locked in. I was good. They get the 2 home runs after that. Didn't do nothing. They get the triple. That's a single. You know, and then they find a way to score. And then I don't get the lefty out in the 7th inning. And I knew I was doing good. It's just those little things, they add up, and then give up the runs in the 7th when I get pulled. And those things, they add up. You know, I got to be better there. But then, yeah, I was ready, and I knew what I was going to say. I knew the media would eat it up, and I knew that I was just going to fire the fuel for me. So I didn't really care what they said. And then when I saw the lineup and I knew who was coming in, I was like, it's time to make an example. And I was really excited that I had that opportunity. And we get to go play them in April, too. So I'll be ready for that, too.
Let's switch gears a little bit to 2 happy times. Signing day and putting the jersey on, and the last out in the World Series. How do the goosebumps, how does it all come together?
Yeah, I dreamt of it. I mean, I knew I was so confident we were going to win. Even through, you know, when we had to win 2 in Toronto, I was just so confident. I know the team we have. I know what we can do. And the way Yama's pitching, you know we're going to get that game. It was difficult. We got the game. And then seeing him come in to close and go 2 2/3 with no rest.
Wow.
Well,
robotic. Yeah. What?
Blake, one of your hidden talents a lot of Dodger fans might not realize is that you also rap. And so we were just listening to Ice Cube. You got a lot of new material now that you could incorporate into some songs, can you not?
I started at 17, I ended at 18, so it's been long gone, you know, it's done for.
It's time to bring it back, man. You guys just won a World Series. You got some good stuff here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick to the baseball, you know. Won a World Series, let's keep adding on that.
Okay, what is this? What's that?
It's a field, and it's my shoulder. It's all it is, like field. That's it.
It's not about getting your release point out front or making sure you get down the hill. It's just a check.
It could be. I mean, it's all field. Like I'm just trying to feel the ball. Yeah, out front. It could be change up, curve ball.
And so when you're walking around town, you see that's how people kind of acknowledge you now and say hi to you.
My whole team, yeah.
Yes,
all of them do this to me. So this is normal.
It's kind of like that Cobra Kai thing now for this generation of baseball players. And I want to talk about, obviously, you help mentor kids. You have teams that are 12U, 14U.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to mentor kids? Because kids got a chance to see you, Yamamoto, continue to pitch deep in the ball games. Because as you know, 3, 4, 5 years ago, guys are 5 and dive, 6 and dive. Now you guys are pitching deep in the game, showing the younger generation pitchers can still pitch deep in the ball game.
Yeah, no, it's huge. And I think that the biggest thing of all of this is our 4 starters through the postseason, we challenged each other. We didn't have to tell each other. We just knew what it was. And like, if someone went 6, the next guy's going 7, 8, 9. It doesn't matter. That's what we're here to do is to show like what we can do. And we didn't tell each other that, but we could look and know that. And then we supported each other in doing that. We were always there for each other. And then we all asked each other questions about, you know, what'd you feel, what'd you see, stuff like that when you were pitching. And it just helped us.
Yeah, so many of you guys also have those notebooks and everything that you carry on. Do you guys share those notebooks with each other and say, hey, listen, and so when you're recalling stuff?
I mean, everyone does it their own way. Yeah, we're all learning,
yeah.
But we're doing what's best for us. And yeah, Yama does it a different way. I do it a different way. Show does it a different way. Glass, I mean, but that's what makes us good. We're unique.
Well, you guys all got healthy and we're dealing at the right time in the month of October. Blake Snell, thank you so much for coming on with us today. I know other people want to have a few minutes with you as well, but champion for life, man. That's pretty awesome.
Can't take it away.
That's right. Thanks so much. All right, that's Blake Snell with us right now. Let's hear from Emmett Sheehan with Kirsten.
Emmett, for you to be on that parade bus, what was it like seeing Los Angeles show up for you guys?
It was insane. I didn't get to do it last year. It was the best feeling in the world seeing all the fans out there. It's crazy.
Is it set in for you, being a World Series champion?
I think after the parade was the first time it probably set in a little bit, yeah.
Just seeing everyone come together. When you talk about how special this team is, you guys were saying it all year, that you had a huge opportunity in front of you. What stands out to you just though about this group that makes it so special?
So there's too many things to mention, but I mean, Yama doing what he did is unbelievable. Miggy Rowe and Will, those homers, like the defense, the guys who weren't playing, everyone on the bench, like it was crazy.
To see Clayton Kershaw, talking about him, what have you learned from him, and what is it like witnessing now the end of his career?
I can't believe I'm here, honestly, to see it. Yeah, it's everything. I'm just trying to be like him. That's all I'm trying to do is do everything like him. So he's the GOAT for a reason. We're going to miss him.
Is there something you're going to really take away that you got to see firsthand?
I mean, just the way he does everything every day. Like the way he works out, the way he does everything. Like he didn't stop until the last day. Like the last day. He did everything the same. So he's the GOAT.
Emmett, do these moments make you want more? Everyone's talking about a three-peat already. Does being here, does it set the fire?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm just doing whatever these guys do, so we'll see.
Emmett, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good stuff there from Emmett Sheehan. Right now, we're joined by another champion for life, and this guy, a Dodger World Series hero for life. It's Will Klein joining us right now. Will, that was unbelievable stuff we watched in Game 3, and you kept taking the ball going out there for another inning and another inning because Dave Roberts didn't really have anybody else left. And I don't know if you caught it the day after that happened on MLB Network. There were a couple of guys on the set who rolled back an old clip from before the World Series, and they were going over the Dodgers roster, and they said, okay, be honest, have you guys ever heard of Will Klein? And the guy said, no, we haven't. And they admitted that moment, boy, we all know who Will Klein is now. What a statement performance that was for you. That had to be the thrill of a lifetime.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe what happened or even what's happened the last week. Like it still feels like a dream, and this has been the craziest, week, 10 days of my life.
when you think about it now, and you go out there with the parade, and you're celebrating, and everybody starts chanting your name, right? Like, you still haven't realized it? You're still thinking you're in a dream, or do you realize, like, listen, yes, I was out there, performed, I helped do this, and man, this is special.
Yeah, I think it started to set in, especially like with my wife there, and be able to like look around and like take it all in. Like, I think I saw a couple Will Klein signs, just like getting that support and all that from the fans. Just it's starting to hit.
I mean, obviously you have confidence because you definitely pitched with confidence and conviction on that night. But moving forward, you're still young in your career. How much confident are you now going forward with the rest of your career?
Yeah, I think getting to pitch in that moment, and then just even in the World Series at all, it kind of instills like, hey, you pitched on the biggest stage and did what happened. I think it really helps, for the years going forward, and just taking that conviction pitch to pitch, and everything that kind of worked on came to a head there in Game 3, and so that's going to be huge.
You were part of the stay hot guys, and then all of a sudden you get the call and you're on the roster. What were you working on those week to 10 days prior in the stay hot time that got unlocked?
Yeah, just my big thing was getting better facing righties, which is kind of ironic being a righty, but I'd thrown better to lefties, and with a lot of the big guys they had being righties, and McGinnis had helped me with my sweeper a lot, and that's something I went down there and tried to own in, and like the last couple weeks of the season even, and so I think that
was there a mental hurdle that you're doing it in practice, you're doing it in the stay hot time, now you're on the roster, and now you're in the game? Is there a mental hurdle of, I got to pull the trigger on this stuff that I've been working on now in the biggest moments of my life?
Not really, because there's that sense of urgency. Like, it's either now or never. Like if you're still holding back on it, well, it's only going to go poorly. And so you just got to trust that it's there, trust that everything you've worked on is going to come to show.
Well, the Dodgers have taken many players over the years, from Justin Turner, Max Muncy, Evan Phillips, who were DFA'd by other teams, and got the best out of them. And they did the same with you, Will. Thank you so much for coming on with us. Congratulations,
awesome
man,
job.
World Series champion.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
Will.
Way to go,
All right,
Will.
let's send it over to David Vassay right now. He is with Andrew Freeman.
Got it.
Andrew, you made quite a statement. Double down on winning another championship. Was that spontaneous or something you planned?
I got to tell you, I meant it from the bottom of my heart. Last year, the parade was so much more overwhelming than we imagined. Just how touching it was, the number of people, the passion, how much people care. We knew, but until you live it and experience, you don't fully know it. And that really was the fuel for us. Right after everyone started talking about, let's do another parade, let's have another one. And so living it again today, seeing a fully packed Dodger Stadium, it was spontaneous, but I meant it. Ideally, I wouldn't have said it starts right now, because I'd like a day or two to recover. But it's all about now, 3. Let's three-peat, let's do it again, and let's celebrate it again with this incredible city.
Everybody always talks about the mechanical parts of baseball, but you're a guy that has been described as one of the best scouts of people out there. What can you say about these group of 40 players that you needed to win this World Series? Did you know they had it in them?
I mean, some of it, you have to get a little lucky. I mean, with Yama, obviously, we knew the talent, but you can't know that he would be capable of doing what he did. We did not know that when we signed him. So sometimes you got to be lucky, but obviously we do a lot of work on players we acquire in terms of their talent, their work ethic, how much they care. Doesn't mean we always get it right, but we put a lot of effort into it. And so for the perseverance of this group, for the character of this group to really shine through, those are some tough games. And to win those tough games, you need that. And for Miggy to make that pick, for Kike to get off the ball like he did in Game 6, to make that catch, it had like 19% catch probability. He made it look easy because of how quickly he got off the ball, his reaction time, and his route. And so those are the things that help you win a baseball game. And for our guys to shine through in all those different moments isn't shocking, but to be rewarded for all the work and passion they put into this is amazing. And to bring it home here, to celebrate it with the fans is everything.
I said it the other night in Toronto, I'll say it again. Los Angeles is very lucky to have Andrew Friedman. You did it again. 3-time world champion Andrew Freeman. Congratulations.
Thank you, and I'm very lucky to have Los Angeles. Love you.
There he goes, Tim. Our guy, not my guy, our guy, Andrew Freeman, who put this together.
All right, we heard Andrew Freeman says he wants to win another one next year. Not everybody is satisfied in winning back-to-back championships. Right now, we're joined by Justin Robleski. We didn't see him in the earlier rounds of the playoffs, but on that World Series stage, 4 games, did not allow any runs. A little bit of an instigator in Game 7. Wasn't entirely his fault. But World Series champion now, Justin, I want to ask, because so many players last year when they had the first parade and rally, they said it far exceeded any expectations they ever had. What was today like for you and your vantage point?
It was incredible. You know, obviously these fans, they're different. They're different than other fan bases, and yeah, it was super awesome to see them come out there, and you know, got goosebumps kind of on that first turn. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Something you dream of, and something I really tried to take in and enjoy today.
You know, on the show, pre and post, we always talk about those young guys come up and they're so poised and ready for the moment. And kudos to you, kudos to the mentality that you have. But is there anybody in particular, anybody in that bullpen that really helps all of you young guys to not only just do it during the season is one thing, but you're on the biggest stage, and man, you did it, and it was fun to watch.
Yeah, I think it's a team project. It's a group effort. It's, you know, everybody top to bottom in this organization. You know, from PD and coaching, and when you get here, the coaches and the players, and I don't think you can pin it down to one person, but I think it's just a culmination of everybody just helping you get here, and just kind of letting you know that you are good enough and you're capable, and just letting you go out there and do your thing.
You know, you talked about, you know, Jimenez earlier off camera. You told him to come see you. Okay. When you said that, I got goosebumps. You said earlier, I wouldn't want to mess with this dude. The energy that you bring on the mound, and you're able now to harness it. We saw the talent last year. Oral talked about it last year. The talent was there. Now you've taken that talent and really harnessed it. How satisfying is it for you that you've grown in such a short period of time as a baseball player, not just a pitcher? Baseball player, because you told a position player to come see you.
No, man, it's heat of the moment stuff, and you know, if you talk to me, I'm gonna talk back to you, and whatever happens, happens, and that's the game we play, and that's why we love it. But yeah, I mean, it's satisfying to obviously see improvement this year, you know, and to be on that postseason, the rosters, and you know, just kind of continually, you know, staying ready and staying ready and staying ready because our starters are so dang good. Knowing that eventually the moment's going to come, and just kind of stay ready, and I'm super proud of that. But yeah, it was a good year for me, I think. I have a lot that I can still grow and get better at. There's a lot of things going into this offseason that I'm excited to work on and excited to, you know, flip the page and go to next year, and you know, really try to continue to get to my potential and get to where I think I can be. It's one thing to be a starter. It's another thing to hear that bullpen phone ring and then to feel that adrenaline and your name called, and then you throw your first few pitches. I'll bet you don't even feel like you have to loosen. It's immediately you're ready. And now it's just about locking in. But how have you taken that energy as a youngster, first time feeling it and pointing it in the right direction, and then every once in a while confronting a player, you know, on the field? I mean, you have to be able to channel that the right way. Yeah, for sure. I think that's kind of the biggest thing I learned in moving to the bullpen is, as a starter, you kind of have the whole day to kind of slowly flip that switch and get into the mode that you need to get to when you're on the mound. Because everybody knows the guy that's on the mound is not the guy you are off the field. I think if you want to play this game at a high level, you kind of have to have 2 different modes, and no matter where you are, hitter, pitcher, whatever, kind of have two different guys, 2 different personalities, and I think that's kind of something I've learned is when I get out there, that's where I need to be. Some guys are more on the calm side, and I need to tone myself down. I kind of need to slam the limiter on the other side. And significant others in your life, they never want to see your game face. Just leave that on the field. You're not going to see it. No. It's hard to see the game face. I love that you go calm and then the other side, because we know the other side. Just go talk to Bestia. Yeah, exactly. Because we know the energy that he is. Exactly. I love it.
This we know. You're fearless, man. Anytime we see you in a big moment, you have no fear when you take the ball. You want to be the guy there on the mound in those moments. We love that, and congratulations, man, on being a World Series champion.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys.
And anytime you want to go to see a Bears game, game, come see me.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, because you'll pay. He won't.
All right, that's Justin Robleski. Let's hear from another left-hander. You've probably heard of his name before. Clayton Kershaw is with David Vassegh.
Oh, hey, Dave. How we doing?
I'm doing great. I'm like one of the kids, you know, you just show up and here I am.
I think we can handle one more interview or question or whatever you got for me.
Well, last year you were incredibly emotional. How were you able to keep it together? You did not cry like you said you might.
Yeah, I think I'm just at peace, man. Like this is, there's not a sad bone in my body. It's just so happy to be able to celebrate your last game ever, your last time at Dodger Stadium ever with 50,000 fans, and getting to tell them how much they mean to you, and getting to be here with my teammates and how much they mean to me. Like, you can't script it, you know. And so I'm just so grateful, thankful for every part of this. That parade was the most epic parade. I mean, I'll remember that for a lifetime. So I think that's how I kept it together. I'm just happy, man. That's pretty awesome.
What a group to go out with, right, Clayton? You're a guy that really cares about the team. Does it make it more special that you guys go out as back-to-back champions, but with the character of this team?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Back-to-back champs, you'll do that with anybody. But this group is not just anybody. You know, this group, you kind of heard a little bit. There's a lot of different personalities. There's a lot of different guys that can say a lot of things, do a lot of things. But at the end of the day, we're one team, and we had one goal, and everybody pushed towards it. And I know it all sounds cliche, one band, one sound, all that stuff, but it really is true, man. Like, it's just not about one guy. Like, we got a lot of great ones, but it's not about one. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's pretty awesome.
Well, the game rewards certain players, and the game has rewarded Clayton Kershaw because of how he's honored it all these years, going out after 18 seasons as a back-to-back World Series champion. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
It's been special.
It has been. It's been awesome.
FaceTime you tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, give it a couple days.
Okay.
A couple days. All right.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
There he goes, my guy. Sorry, Tim. I'm going to hug him off.
Clayton Kershaw, three-time World Series champion, to wrap up his Hall of Fame career. Right now, we're joined by one of the many heroes for the Dodgers in October, Tyler Glasnow, coming through with a 1.69 ERA this postseason. Tyler, you were dominant against the Phillies. You were great against the Brewers. And then in the World Series, in Game 6, we thought you were going to be the bulk guy or maybe start Game 7. And all of a sudden, you're warming up in the bullpen in Game 6. Your first ever save was in Game 6 of the World Series. What was that moment like when you first got the call that, hey, you need to get up and start warming up and you might be coming into this game?
Yeah, I think during that game, I was sitting down in the bullpen. I assumed it would be like an emergency situation, and I was kind of just lounging, watching the game, having a good time. And then as the game got going, it was the 8th inning. Bardo kind of told me, like, maybe start moving around a little bit. It started to become more real. And I got up, warmed up a little bit, threw a few warm-up pitches. The inning got a little squirrely. I got to go in, and I was happy I got to execute early. It's an early swinging team, trying to go up and in with a two-seam. It worked out. 3 pitches, I'm just so happy it worked out. And now we're here doing this interview with the parade. It's incredible.
Yeah, well, a couple questions. One is the adrenaline. What was the adrenaline like, you coming in that compared to when you start? And then 2, how satisfying is this after, you celebrated last year, but you being participating this year throughout this entire postseason?
Yeah, last year I think was its own emotional roller coaster, just being like you signed with the team. I guess for me, I signed with the team just to participate in the postseason. That's what the Dodgers are about. I think going into it and not participating, but winning the World Series was a relief in itself, knowing that, like, at least we won, one of those things. Right. And I think going into this year, being able to participate, having a place, it means everything to me. And I think just to go back-to-back and just to be a part of this team, it's absolutely incredible.
Glass, you talk about being a part of this team. There are so many stars on this team, but you epitomize being a star yourself, but doing whatever it takes to win. You're a starter, a dominant starter. You absolutely dealt against the Phillies, the Brewers, and even against the Blue Jays, and you say, you know what, even as a starter, I don't have to be a starter. I can come out and help my team Game 6 and 7. What was that run for you like personally? Because you are that star player, but whatever the team needs, you were there when called upon.
Yeah, I think just being a starter and doing that whole preparation and then being able to do it again in the postseason and feel what it's like to go into the postseason and win a game, or just to be a part of a game that we won as a starter, was incredible. And then just whatever they need kind of aspect. I guess you go into the game, I'll do anything they want. I think just to be a part of the team, I'll do anything. I'll serve water. I'll do what you need to do. We just have to win, and I'm just glad I got to be a part of it.
Serving water is a little below your pay grade, okay? I just want to let you know. Blake Snell talks about all the time after an outing, I need to get better, I need to learn, I need to then take this into my next game. You guys have a fraternity as the starters. What have you learned from those guys, and what do you continue to grow in?
Yeah, I think that's like a big starting pitcher routine type of thing. I think there's always that little bit of, it's either a good thing or a mental sickness of being like, I need to get better at all times. And I think it's a perfectionist attitude, and I think it works in some ways and it doesn't in others. But I think in baseball, all of us are very similar in the fact that, like, I think all of us after a start, there's always more, there's always something to learn, there's always something you get better at. And I'm just fortunate to be a part of this group of guys, just such an insane assembly of starting pitchers, to where, like, it's just a council of knowledge of starting pitching with Clayton and everyone. It's amazing.
You have a ball in your hand for about 20-25 minutes before a start, and in the bullpen, Bardsy's telling you to, hey, start moving around, and now you're telling us about your first couple of warm-up pitches. How did you change from 25 minutes with a ball in my hand to, oh, I have like 10 pitches, 12 pitches?
I think the adrenaline of the phone call is always pretty insane. I think a lot of it too, though, like, I guess if you strip it down, if you were to eliminate all the emotional or things you can't control, like, pitching is pitching. I think you understand, like, you get on the mound, you've done it so many times that there's really no, like, excuse or feeling to not feel good. Once you hit the mound, you know what you're supposed to do. And I think what I learned about the bullpen this year is just that extra adrenaline of, like, you don't need to get as ready as you would as a starter. So, like, it goes so quick.
I got a quick question here. What was the one thing I missed being in the dugout, the intensity of the postseason? When you're in that dugout, when Miggy Rowe hit that game-tying home run, the feeling in that dugout, what was it like?
I mean, especially for me, the game was, I gave up a run, and it was 4-3.
I don't remember that. We don't remember that.
I was sitting there going, come on, Mickey. And he hit the homer. And my God, it was straight up euphoria. My brain was just it was unbelievable. Hitting that home run. I think, too, just him specifically, like, he's such a huge part of our clubhouse, and he's such a leader, and he does the mic. He's so many things behind the scenes that Miggy provides for our team that maybe not a lot of people see. So for him to do it, it was such a storybook moment where you're like, something else is controlling this, because the fact that Miggy came through and did this is like such a weird feeling.
And a storybook moment for you as well. A hometown guy from Santa Clarita came here to games as a kid and thinking, man, how cool would it be to be them? They don't have to go to school tomorrow, and now you're a World Series champion.
I don't have to go to school at all anymore.
That's right.
This is incredible. None. Never again.
Never again.
No homework.
Tyler Glass.
You kids, you stay in school.
You stay in school. That's right.
Kids stay in school.
Tyler, thank you so much for coming on with us. Let's head over to David Vassay with Freddie Freeman.
Dude. How does it feel now, Freddie?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I was telling a lot of people, I felt like there's double the fans out there today. Absolutely incredible. To do something that hasn't been done in 25 years, like you said, I'm emotionally exhausted, physically tired, mentally drained. But wow, what a way to end it! What a series! What a Game 7! Just special. And again, we've had over 4 million fans come out to watch us, and then you saw all those people at the parade, and then this whole stadium filled up again. It's just an incredible feeling to be able to deliver for the city of Los Angeles.
Obviously, 50,000 fans chant Freddie every single night, but with everything you said, did you realize how much this team meant to the city?
Like, when you put on a uniform every day and you grind, you're like in it. But when you show up, let's just say June 12th, and it's a Monday, and you come out here and there's 52,000 people here, you realize how much the Dodgers mean to this city, and you take pride when you put on this uniform. It means the world to not only everybody that's playing, but to this city and fans across the world now that are Dodger fans. And it means a lot to put on this uniform every single day. It's a true honor, and to be able to bring home back-to-back World Series titles for this city, I couldn't have asked for anything more.
How much does the rest of the baseball world, and maybe even the fans in LA, fail to appreciate the fact you are back-to-back World Series champions. You've started each of the last 2 years before everybody else, finished it later than anybody else, and you started in Tokyo this year and you finished in Canada.
I know. Sometimes you forget where you started, and it's just like, it feels like we've been playing for a long time, and we have. That's what's so great about our team and how hard it is. Like, we've had short off seasons. Our pitching comes out and does it again year in and year out. It's another short off season, but it's a great short off season. I mean, we got spring training in like 100 days, so it's a lot on us. But when you deliver, it's all worth it at the end. You know, it's 8 months, 9 months of grinding, traveling all around the whole world, playing baseball, fans coming out to see us, playing great baseball, and then to deliver a championship after everything that you go through in the course of the year, the grind, the leaving the families, the road. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of, mental effort, physical effort, a lot of tapping into the fans' energy, not only at Dodger Stadium. When we go on the road, sometimes it's like, feels like a home game sometimes. They travel well for us, and we need all their help through, because it's a 162-game grind, and sometimes you need a little extra oomph for the fans, and they deliver every single time.
You caught the final out.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts delivered the double play to you. Where did that baseball go, Freddie?
That baseball, I waited for Doc in his office right before we sprayed champagne, and I gave it to him, and I hugged him. I said, "You deserve this more than anybody." And so Dave Roberts has the baseball.
Hey, there's his son, Cole. He wants that baseball.
Oh, he's gonna ask his dad. You can steal it. That's not on me.
Freddie, I'll say this. Going back to last year's World Series, you playing on basically one leg, you set the tone by example for this team, and you see how many guys this year played through a lot of injuries. It started with you, Freddie.
I appreciate that. Every kind word, every time I run into fans and they say wonderful things, it means a lot. I love this game. I love my teammates. I leave everything on the field every single night. So if it wears off on some people, that makes me happy, but there's a lot of people that grind through injuries throughout the course that some people don't even know what they're going through, and they're out there leaving it all on the field. And to be a little part of that makes me happy. And when you do it and you grind through injuries and you push through certain things and you win a championship, it's all worth it in the end.
Since you won consecutive championships, Freddie, that means you and me back-to-back at Javier's. Newport, Pasadena, everywhere in between.
I'll see you there.
Me and Freddie Freeman, the victory tour starts right now, baby.
Thank you, David.
There he goes, Freddie Freeman. He needs a couple of days before he gets more Vassay in his life.
Freddie Freeman, now a three-time World Series champion. We have more coverage coming to you from Dodger Stadium as the rally has wrapped up, the parade has wrapped up. Anthony Bonda joins us live, coming up next.
For the little guy,
Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. Only about 3 hours or so into our coverage. It's been an incredible day. Right now, we are joined by a true fan favorite, one of the bullpen dogs. It's Anthony Bonda with us. Anthony, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to be with us. I imagine the last 48 hours have been pretty incredible for you. How would you put into words what this entire World Series was like? Because I know I lost at least 10, 20 years off of my life just off of this one series. You play an 18-inning game. There's 11-inning game 7, and you're in it. And Oral and all the guys say you're not as nervous when you're in it. For us watching, it's excruciating. But what was that World Series, the entire experience, like for you?
Yeah, no, it was incredibly difficult. I'd say that, in the sense of, because the Blue Jays, hats off. Like, there wasn't a ton of swing and miss. There wasn't, they weren't giving away at bats. They played amazing defense, and like everything about them was like true. They were like a legitimate like contender, and going through the emotions aspects, like when you're out there competing, that's what you're feeling. You're competing. You're not worried about the nervousness. You're not letting that like eat you alive. And that's why I said, earlier during the series was like, oh, I try to treat it like another game, just because I don't want those emotions to eat me alive, to get me sped up, or to whatever it may be. And guys that have been in those moments, like, you know, it's true. Like, if you treat it like another game, like just another start, another at bat, another, you know, fly ball, ground ball, everything, you have this sense of calmness to you, this sense of confidence where you've done it a million times and you're going to go and make that play, make that pitch, whatever it is. And that's what makes, you know, those moments great, you know. And I personally, for me, the entire series, everybody stepped up in their own way. Everybody, from the wild card onto the World Series, everybody had a moment. Everybody stepped up when they needed to. Everybody contributed, and that's what makes this winning the World Series back-to-back. Yes, that's amazing, but this championship was because of everybody.
Well, I want to go on you personally because I know everybody loves it. I was watching you at the parade, which is always great.
With
to
his
see
shirt off,
with his shirt off.
Yeah.
And I saw that you have a tattoo.
Nice guns.
And it looked like from last year, from the celebration. You know, what's on your back? You know, the tattoo. When did you do it? And do you have thoughts of what you're going to get next?
Yeah, okay, first I'll answer the back-to-back. I'm going to have 2 rings. We're going to try and, like, make a picture of where it's going to sit, 2 rings, and it's going to have back-to-back over it in the years.
Right.
But, yes, I got the back tattoo last year after the World Series. The greatest of all time right there.
Yeah.
Clayton Kershaw.
Oh,
Clayton.
my gosh. He's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah, God. Truly.
Kershaw doesn't have those tattoos.
No.
No, I mean,
You're going to get a tattoo of Kersh?
you know what? I'm not going to answer that. But no. So the back tattoo was basically, it's a tribute to my career, of what I've been through, the ups and downs of the teams that I went through. You know, I have teams on my back that I have played for in the big leagues to get to the championship of LA last year, and then the picture of me holding up the trophy is what we have.
cool.
So I have a picture of me holding the trophy tattooed on me.
So we look forward to that ink next year at the next parade when your shirt is off, and then we'll talk about what you're going to do for a 3rd in a row. Anthony Bonda, man, thank you so much for coming on. So much fun to watch you pitch.
Thank you.
All right, much more coming from Dodger Stadium. The GOATs, Clayton Kershaw, will be joining us live next. The man needs no introduction. He is a 3-time World Series champion, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, league MVP. I could go on and on. 2031, he'll be in the Hall of Fame as well, so make your travel plans right now. It is Clayton Kershaw. Clayton, thank you so much, man, for coming on. Congratulations on winning again. And it's amazing, I think, for all of us, because when I used to work at ABC 7, you were first coming up. You were teammates with Nomar when you were just getting your feet wet in the big leagues. In your prime, you were teammates with Jay Hare. And then here you are, after 18 seasons, a 3-time champ. You go out a winner. And this is storybook stuff. It is Hollywood, but how do you put into words this entire run you've had?
Yeah, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can, man. It's just been, you know, this last month, 2 weeks, it's been more than words. I mean, like you said, you can't script something like this. To be able to be part of a team winning a World Series in a Game 7 as your last game ever, you know, like that is stuff that you can't even think about dreaming of as a kid because it's just so unfathomable. So just a lot of gratefulness over here, man. My cup is full. I'm just so content, so happy. It's been an amazing ride. And like I said before, it's time to stop throwing 88-mile-an-hour heaters. You know, it's time to go. So it's a good time to go.
Listen, the miles per hour doesn't matter. You get outs, brother.
He was 11-2 this year.
And, yeah, and you were unbelievable. And that epitomizes your career. I mean, it's more than what the stuff you brought. It was always, honestly, as a teammate, it was in here, and you continue to bring it. And you know what's so impressive is you and your entire family continue to show the heart and what you care about this place. So I'm just curious about when this is done, you know, when's the moment when you and the family just sit and take that breath and go, wow, man, this has been a special ride.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah. You know, tomorrow we're going to go home tomorrow, and the kids are going to go to school the next day, and it's just normal life starts, right? It's just the rest of your life. So it might hit me at that point, but you know, you talked about heart, and I think that's what this Dodger team 2025, like it's been It wasn't easy, you know, like Andrew put this super team together in February, and we were supposed to win 120 games and do all that, and it wasn't easy, man. And these superstar players that we have that continue to step up, they went above and beyond. Everybody did something above and beyond what was asked of them, you know, whether it be Mookie playing shortstop and becoming basically a Gold Glove shortstop, or Shohei pitching on short rest, Yama doing what he did, Will Smith catching 18 innings and then catching again and then hitting a big homer, you know, Freddie just going out there nonstop getting the big hit for us. So we have superstar guys, we know that, but it's so much more than them just being superstars. It's what they care about, it's what they want to do, and they care about the team, and they care about us winning a World Series, and they don't care about themselves, they don't care about the stats they put up, and that's what makes this Dodger team special. It trickles all the way down, and that's what's so special to be a part of, and that's why I'm so thankful I've been a Dodger for as long as I have, because I think that's what this Dodger jersey, that's what that represents.
Well, you just described yourself. You set the culture. You set that trend. In Game 3, you come in the ball game. As you know, we're on a text chain. We took you off the text chain. We're all texting. And we're all Ellen. You know, Ellen, just get him, Kershaw, praying.
Yeah, Ellen's not a reliever wife. Yeah. She's a starter wife. You're not used to that.
And we're texting. We're like, come on, Kershaw, come on. All of us, you know, Skip, Nick, Slicky, Michael Young, AJ Ellis. And you getting that out, we're winning this game. Now, it took us 18 innings, but we're winning this game. You had your moment there in this year's World Series, and you came back. Talk about you having 2 surgeries and making sure, yeah, you celebrated last year being a World Series champion, but you wanted to do something special, which you did, and be a part of something special once again.
Yeah, you're right, Jahir. I mean, I think, you know, last year, not being a part of it, but still getting to go along for the ride was really special, too. Like, I don't want to take anything away from that, but you're right. Being able to be a part, whether how big or how small, to be a part of this team and get to be healthy after I came back from surgeries and be able to make every start, be able to post, and then go into the pen and be able to do something like that, like, it just made it so much sweeter, man. It was just, I'm just so thankful I came back. I'm so thankful I got the surgeries, all the stuff, and a lot of people to thank. You know, I've said it before, but this carcass doesn't run itself, you know, so there's a lot of people that helped me get back out on that field, and I'm just so thankful that I got to do it.
You know, you're going to watch this someday, and your kids are going to watch it someday, and Ellen too. And I just want you to have an opportunity now to talk about your family and Ellen and the sacrifice and the joy and everything you've shared, because there are superstars and there are great players on the field. But the depth of your character and your family and how you have given it to LA and around the world. Thank Ellen and the kids so that someday they can see Dad talking to them.
Oh, man. Ellen is unbelievable. I mean, she's 7 months pregnant right now. And she bounced around. Our kids went to school on the off days, came back, flew to Milwaukee, flew to Philly, came back, flew to Toronto. I mean, she just did everything to make sure that they didn't miss a moment of this last ride. And the sacrifices that she's made over the last 15, 16 years that we've been here. And I couldn't do this without her. I really couldn't. And she does it with a smile on her face. And she's amazing. She really is. And I'm excited to get to do life alongside her now every single day and kind of see what it looks like to be a normal civilian dad, you know, and just kind of do it. And she's PTA president too, so I'm going to be PTA president's dad. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to go kind of be her assistant for a little while.
He's the first man.
That. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
You know, a little advice when you are at home. You know, she's telling you where things go. You don't wonder like why, or don't ever ask why is it done this way. You just say yes.
I would do it this way.
Let me know exactly how it's done.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You can't show the family your game face.
No, I know.
No
I'm
more
going
game faces.
I'm going to have to play more ping pong or something. Get it out. Maybe golf, right, Jay? Here.
Yes.
There you go.
Playing golf.
There we go.
Clayton, it was incredible to see the emotion on your face. 3,000 strikeout night, your final start at Dodger Stadium, and your wife is crying in the stands, and she's crying again after you get that one big out in Game 3 of the World Series. And you said she's not a bullpen wife. What was going to happen, though, if you had to come in the game there in Game 7? Because it looked like you were warming up for Varsho if Roki, or not Roki, but if Yamamoto doesn't induce that double play ball, you might have been on the stage.
I don't know. I don't know how she could have handled that. just way to go, Yama. You know, just way to go, Yama. Way to go, man.
Were you told that Varsho was yours if that happened?
I didn't know explicitly if he like who knows what was going to happen, you know. But I was preparing for him, you know, and then I didn't realize there was one out. I didn't see Kiner Falefa bunt Vladdy to third, so I didn't realize there was one out, and then sure enough, double play happens. I think there's 2 outs, 1 run scored, tie game, with a lefty up with 2 outs. I'm like, okay, this is kind of like a spot where I would probably come in and, you know, firing bullets. And Bardo kind of looks at me like, dude, stop throwing the ball. And I'm like, what? He's like, we just won the World Series. I was like, no, we did not. And so that's how I found out. Bardo just gave me a hug, told me we won.
And I love the moment, too, where the camera captured you. Yeah. Ellen and the kids came, and you took a knee.
That was probably,
That, I'm not a crier.
Yeah, that got me too.
That got me big time, because I know how much family. We all know how hard you work. Yeah. But you're even more passionate, as you should be, about your family. And for you to share that moment with your family, that's something I will never forget. I know you and the kids and Ellen will never forget.
It takes a village, man. It takes a village to raise a family, and it takes a village to win a World Series. And we all have people that we care about that are alongside us, supporting us, and coaches, teammates, staff, organization, and my family's been the biggest rock for me through all of this. So to get to give them hugs right there, that probably got me the most. And I was sweaty, excited to run in from the bullpen. I was like second run. We cleared benches. I was already tired, and then we ran in again. I was exhausted. So I just let it all out there, man. It was awesome.
Well, Clayton, I just want to thank you so much. I mean, these guys know I am a fan first. I get to host, and I have the privilege of hosting these shows for the last 12 years, but I'm a Dodger fan through and through. And I just want to thank you for everything that you've brought to this entire fan base, the city of Los Angeles. You've done it the right way your entire career, and we just really couldn't thank you enough for everything you've done.
Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for everything. Y'all have been awesome. Y'all are great at your jobs, and so it's a lot of fun talking. So we appreciate it,
Let me tell you how great it is. We'll talk about take this all in, and we'll be talking later.
Oh, man.
Clayton Kershaw, 3-time World Series champ, future Hall of Famer, the greatest we've ever seen do it here at Dodger Stadium. Clayton, thank you so much. We'll have some final thoughts from Dodger Stadium. What's been an incredible day.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, we got 45 more seconds, guys.
Oh, what do you want to talk about?
Thanks so much. You're done. We're going to let you go because I know your family would like to be with you. Nomar, Jerry, and Oral, I'll give you guys a few moments here just to wrap things up with your final thoughts. An incredible day, incredible career for this man right here. Thank you so much, Mike.
Well, you know,
got 30 seconds. Wrap it up.
Well, the one thing is, I mean, this is the way to end it. What a tremendous year, but giving a hug and telling congrats to one of the greatest ever.
And one of the best teammates I've ever been around. Yeah. He gave his heart and arm for this city.
Amazing, 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 man. What unbelievable depth. And John, it's all yours. We're off in 10, John.
We're 10. Yeah, my IFB got popped out. So just want to say thank you, everybody, for watching. Let's do it again.